wrestling, let's go! Breaking down the matches, analyzing the fights, big cats got the scoop, shining the spotlight. From the big leagues to the underdog flying, Burst Sessions got you covered, day and night. With the roar of the crowd, we dive deep inside, uncovering the secrets we can't hide. Body slams and suplexes, we abide. Burst Sessions where the wrestling truth resides.
Welcome to another episode of Purr Sessions Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the Maine of Maine, Big Cat Tyler Adams, and we are live every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us on YouTube and Twitch live, but also, if you're an audio listener, we are on all audio platforms. You can't get the full show for audio because, can't really understand what's going on when we watch botches and stuff like that or matches, but you can always tune into the live show 9 p.m. every Friday, YouTube and Twitch. Right now I'm by myself and I don't know why. Nobody else is here. I don't know. I'm gonna have Zach in at 9 o'clock. I just wanted to come in really quickly to do a few stories, and then maybe if we have more time, we'll do some more at the end of the show. But lately, we've been doing a lot of long episodes with interviews, so I don't want to, do 2.5, 3 hour interview and then hit news. So I'm coming on early. I expected JP to be on at least, and he might be sleeping. He's having it rough. He's working 2 jobs and just putting himself out there, just trying to get as much money as he can possibly just to pay the bills, I guess. I don't know, just have some nice fancy shit, I guess, and it gets him overworked and overtired, so he might be sleeping. I might have to send out a text seeing if anyone else is going to join me today. But yeah, I'm excited to have Zach. I love Zach. I've known Zach for a little bit now. Great guy. He doesn't do a lot of shows. I'm hoping to change that. I'm hoping that maybe he'll get some excitement and want to do some more shows. But he's an actor, a voice actor. He does voices here and there. I've heard a little bit of what he does. I'm going to bring it up to him and see what he's done recently. But yeah, so we got some news I wanted to cover. I just wanted to really quickly, as I'm talking, see if anyone's going to jump on while I'm doing it. This early podcast. We had a scuffle at the GCW. I don't know if you guys saw this. So Joey Janela was selling merch, and Dylan Bostic, I think is what it is. He's also a professional wrestler. He wasn't booked for the show, bought a ticket, came up to Joey, and started a legit fist fight with him. Don't know why until today, but we have the video of the deleted video from Dylan. Check this shit out. It's just crazy. The fact that he would start a fight at a show, being a wrestler. Through the table at Joey. Joey throws it back at him, and just fists are flying now. What you don't see is the locker room in GCW, as well as Alec Price, beating the shit out of Dylan. Fucking wild. It's just crazy. Hey, look, there's JP O'Reilly in the background. Hey, buddy.
Did you start early?
I did start early.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Usually everybody's like ready to go at 8:30, but
I literally just put my kid to bed.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, like I this is the first time I've sat down since I woke up at 1:30 this morning.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah. I also still sound like shit.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Hi guys.
I said you've been putting yourself out there to get some more money.
Yeah.
What's your prices?
Wow. $20 is $20.
I remember, did you ever used to get fucking feet pics? Like, not feet pics, but asked for feet pics?
No.
I did all the time. I'd had guys message me like, hey, can
Is this before wrestling or after wrestling started?
wrestling started? I had guys like, hey, can you send me
Can you send me some of them? I want to see some of them.
sure, $20. Never get a response.
$20, $10. But they think that shit's for free, bro. Like,
Yeah, right. I've had guys ask me to wrestle them in their house.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that because that's where things end up in the wrong places.
Yeah, I shot out a fucking, like, some guy asked me to wrestle at his house, and I just gave him a like insane like pay. Like, yeah, sure, it costs this much. And he goes, oh, I think I can get that in a couple weeks. And I'm like, no. Like, I figured you would be like, oh, I can't do that. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. Have a nice day. Whatever. Just like,
You make sure you get the money first.
yeah, right.
Then you'll run.
Right.
Wow, I'm
So-
glad this is the topic on hand as soon as I join.
Yeah, I like I said, I want to do some.
I don't even know what this video is right now.
Yeah, you do. I showed it to you last. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just covering this really quick. That the whole Joey Janela and Dylan.
I read a lot of shit about that. I
Yeah.
saw so many different things about because I'm close personal with a lot of the guys within that locker room too. So
I know Alec Price was there beating the shit out of Dylan.
Dude, he was like one of those people just coming in and just like trying to find an excuse to hit somebody, you know, because we're all wrestlers, you know, barely, you know, just barely hitting everyone, and realistically, we just want one of these days accidentally just do it the hard way.
If a fan gets into the ring, we are now obligated to
Like,
beat the shit out of you.
If any fans are watching, this is like all of our like undying wishes is for somebody to jump the ring, because it'll be a godsend for whoever reaches them first, because they will have the most emotional like distress trauma in their life.
It's
at
like
that point.
it's like when somebody breaks into a gun owner's house and they're just like, finally. It's like,
Dude, I pray somebody please, even though I'm gonna be here only for a couple more weeks. I want somebody so badly so that the intruder can just hear fucking finally and just immediately be like, have an excuse.
Alexa, play Smash Mouth.
No, you just made my Alexa go off. Alexa, stop. You just started playing Smash. It's like that. My Alexa's closer to my kids' rooms.
Oh, whoops.
She heard you clear as day.
Oh shit! I'm
Jesus
sorry.
Christ. All right,
No.
so the forbidden word is ALEXA.
Dude, people were doing like, there was a YouTuber that was going like, "Hey Google, shut off," and it was
dude,
closing people's browsers and shit like that.
Back when the Xbox One first came out with the Kinect attached to it, people were able to tell it to the Xbox to turn off. And in game lobbies, like, it was like Call of Duty, like MW3 lobbies. It was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah. So I'm gonna replay this for you. Like, throw the table back, you bitch.
I hope he actually hit him with the table.
I think he did. And there's Alec right there. Fucking
Dude, Alex. There's John Wayne Murdoch just hauling. John Wayne Murdoch had the most to say about all that shit. John was pissed.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out why this guy would do this, because, you know, he's a wrestler as well.
Yeah, there was some backstory somewhere.
Yeah, I got it right here. So he's a wrestler as well. You know, you basically probably just
it was something
career
from a long
suicide
time ago to like that
5 years ago. From 5 years ago. I don't know if this guy.
5 years ago. Yeah. So this dude like brought a 5-year grudge to face to face. Like,
So I don't know if he's trying to get like more clout or whatever it was, because he lists a bunch of this shit. He's a supposed rapper. He has 2 songs and they're terrible. One of them I can't because I listened to it. Like I wanted to play it for the show, but you probably copyright shit, strike it immediately. One of it's for his entrance, which I'll let it slide because it's terrible. And then the thing is, like, he's only like doing like 3 or 4 lines in that whole song. It's another chick doing all the lyrics. And then there's other song that it's terrible. It's just terrible. But apparently that makes you a rapper, putting 2 songs on Spotify.
Apparently.
And then
apparently that's all it takes. Apparently,
yeah, apparently an actor. He's a stand-in actor for 2 films. And then apparently, Ring of Honor is considered being a movie, apparently. So you can count that as being an actor, supposedly. So, but yeah, this guy and a boxer, which I haven't found anything about him boxing, just in the gym training.
Carlo, can you just like chill the fuck out and just sit here instead of moving? Why you gotta like?
Why you gotta be
a podcast is showing all ass tonight?
Why you gotta be a cat?
Why twerk it?
What the fuck?
$20 is $20.
What?
Hey guy.
What the fuck?
He screenshot today apparently. His legs don't work, but his booty's still popping. Also, I don't know what I tuned into SmackDown literally like 30 seconds ago, and then I'm just seeing those bizarre. I don't know if it's a tag team match or a 4-way or something. I don't know what is happening, but I'm so confused right now. It's just I have his Carmelo Hayes, the Miz, R-Truth. I don't know what is going on here.
That's what I'm excited about too, because they're talking about the Rock having an announcement. I'm trying to finish this really quick before Zach gets on, but he has an announcement, and they're saying that possibly like Zilla
that'd be wild.
will be fucking part of the bloodline.
Hope Randy
So
keep him for the next show.
Because
they could like if he gets signed and they're like you have to be here on this day, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Well, I'm assuming that Randy probably already knows if he is or not. He's just not announcing it to ruin the surprise for tonight. So,
oh, Tiffy. I mean,
if there is, but let me finish this really quick. So, everyone's waiting for the response of why he did it. So, like, just a summary before I read this is that he said something that referenced Brody Lee.
Ooh, yep, that would do it.
He didn't like, so him and Joey got into it. So apparently that's what, caused this like a little riff, whatever you want to call it. Let's see.
Right.
So he said his tweet says, "Gonna nip this in the butt." Gonna nip this in the butt there. A video calculating of me getting ambushed at the table while I was meeting fans. After the show tonight, it seems from him airing his grievances about his experience during AEW Extra Work the day after Brody Lee's death that a lot of us were very upset about. Yeah, so he was bitching about, I have that too, of him right here. Yeah, of him just basically like doing all this stuff for AEW and not getting compensated for it, or shit like that, like the day after Brody died. So people are a little pissed off about that and just talking shit about AEW when that shit was going on. So a lot of us was very upset. I took to Twitter because I thought it was disgusting, and we went back and forth tonight. 4 years later, he flipped me a Megan's gimmick table over. What's that?
It was Megan Bain.
Oh.
She's standing in the foreground of that video, and she's just watching it all unfold, and she's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
She had no idea what to do.
And then got into a scruffle when resulted in the GCW crew thinking I was getting attacked by a deranged fan, which is probably what a lot of people did think. That's why they just jumped in. That's why they had the locker room. It's like, fuck this guy, get him. And Megan thinking it was some kind of weird skit.
Yeah, she thought it was like something else.
Yeah, she's like, what the fuck is this shit? For someone that claims to have boxing training, amazingly not one punch landed, and he was eventually carried out like a crying baby by Calvin Tankman.
Bro, and you know how big Calvin is. He's a big motherfucker. He's a big dude.
I wouldn't want to fuck with him. He sounds like a big boy.
Big boy. Do you know Tyrese Hill?
Nope.
No. Go look up any photo of Calvin Tankman, and you'll just be like, yep. That compared to the size of the dude that tried to hit Janela, you can see how it only took one person to literally pull that man out of that venue.
Yeah. Sorry to all the fans that witnessed that. It was extremely embarrassing situation. I'm sorry to all the Indianapolis crew that wanted to put on a great weekend in independent wrestling for the city. Sorry if I contribute to any of the unneeded drama. Hey, Dylan Nix.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? I thought we started at 9. Why is it like 8?
We did,
you guys?
because I wanted to cover this, and I didn't. If we went super long, I didn't really want to cover this at midnight when you guys are like, let's go to bed. I'm tired.
Well, okay. Once again, I thought we started at 9. That's why I wasn't on a half hour ago when we started. Apparently,
I would have been on earlier if my kid would have stopped getting out of bed.
It's okay.
Like, now she's asleep.
Professionals here. Professionals.
The first shot was behind the neck, which it was, and the second didn't connect. I wrestled him to the floor and put him in the clench. And could have choked him 100% out, but they were beating him like a sack of potatoes, which they were.
Dude, they were too. There's so many people just throwing fists all at once.
Oh my god, it's so funny. He kept saying, "We're good, we're good." Then he carried out like a baby.
Oh yeah, the Joe Janela thing, right?
On his face. Yeah, we just watched that. That's the last I speak of that shit because this is fucking embarrassing. Not only did I deal with this shit, I'm dealing with a torn, possibly right bicep from a match, and I was just trying to get out there and meet some fans and make some money. The lower bicep is either partially or fully torn onto the by the elbow. It seems I'll have to get it checked on Monday. I would have choked him out, laughed my fucking ass off. I wasn't ready to fight. I was selling merchandise, taking pictures with fans.
Imagine you're just chilling out, just selling merch, and all of a sudden some guy's like, yo, and starts throwing fists. You're like,
next thing you know, you're just throwing a table back at him. Like,
yeah.
Way to fucking end your wrestling career. Why would anyone want to fucking work with you now?
Exactly.
What's funnier is that no one really knew who the fuck he was in the beginning, anyways.
You know what this reminds me of? And JP will probably remember this. Kat, you were kind of around, but kind of weren't at this time. Remember the company who shall not be named, Vacation Land? Remember that guy that had like the epic meltdown about it? Because we kicked him out of the locker room because he was working security. I use air quotations on that for one night. And I don't even remember why he got kicked out of the locker room. I think he was just back there and we're like, dude, you can't be back here. And he got like, he started calling Ace like all sorts of names online. He started calling like everyone like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What?
He actually passed away recently.
Wait, what? Seriously?
Yeah, he passed away.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Cool. Let's talk as much shit as we can now.
His daughter, though, his daughter was a sweetheart and she was the cutest little thing. So I feel bad for his daughter. I did not know that part. No, he was
you're thinking of the other dude. There was another guy involved in that incident.
Was there a fan?
That dude is in prison for
he tried to burn down his mom's house, right?
He tried to burn his mom's house.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
My God, that was the fan one, right?
Yeah.
There was another dude involved in the same night with that other one. They were kind of like feeding with each other.
Yeah.
The other dude ended up passing away like last year.
Oh damn! No, I didn't know that.
So the other one's in jail for burning his parents' house, and the other one's dead. So
Jesus Christ!
You know what?
There we go.
Good things happen to bad people, I guess.
Oh man, well, it's funny because I think I just got a friend request from him not too long ago. So I don't know if he's still in jail or not. So
yeah, he's probably just messaging.
I get friend requests. from certain okay, so folks,
So, I'm taking
here's the thing. I'm just gonna say this for people who know and for who don't know. I have a personal Facebook and I have a wrestling Facebook. If you find my personal Facebook and I have no freaking clue who you are, I'm not adding you. Like, if it says we have 15 people in common and it's all wrestlers, I'm going to assume you're a fan and somehow's getting on other people's Facebook pages. Go follow my wrestling page. I don't share anything on any of my pages anyway. So,
yeah, that's why I've literally just said on my personal one, like, this is only for family and friends. No fucking.
I mean,
no
I have some fans on my personal page, but it's like fans I've literally like seen at every show. Like Paul Dowling, I'm going to say that. Paul Dowling's a friend on my Facebook page.
He's
Paul.
Paul
right.
is family.
Paul's basically like he's a family at this point. We see Paul at every show. Crap, he gives my girlfriend candy half the time.
Little known story. Me and Paul Dowling almost got in a fist fight the same year that I started wrestling.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
then when I started wrestling, he forgot like who I was at that time. 'Cause I looked different. So he started to become a fan of me. I had never to this day have brought it up to him about that situation.
Probably smart.
Involved him and one of his sons. I forget which one, because when they were all younger, they all looked very similar, so I could have confused one with the other.
Yeah.
And, I almost got in a fist fight with one of his kids, and me and him went like push for shove. And this was like early IWE, and eventually he got hauled out, and I got like pulled to the locker room. It was the first time I've ever been in the locker room, because this was like me 6 months into just training. All of a sudden, there's a camera in my face, and it's Randy interviewing me, and he goes, "You almost just went face to face with Paul Dowling. How do you feel?" And I just went off at the camera for like 2 minutes. It was the wildest thing. And then at the end, there's just a Alexander Lee cameo of him and a horse, and he's just standing in the middle of the room, and he's just going like this with the horse mask, and then just like wobbling his head, and like then just roll. It was the most thing ever.
So Ben being Ben, gotcha.
Literally, it was just the most dad thing ever.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just like we were just talking, like just having a conversation. Ben disappeared and came back, and we're just still talking, out shooting the shit, and just turned, and he's just like, paint me like one of your French girls wearing an alien mask. We're just like, what the fuck? Like,
He wasn't like rubbing his nipples or something.
Probably was.
Honest to God, with that, it's not. It's so funny because like I expect the unexpected.
The promo.
Yeah.
When we're trying to get promo,
have you ever
he's doing
seen
donuts in the background?
Have you ever seen the promo that we did for NCW?
No.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. JP, you gotta look it up at some
Oh.
point. So basically, it's one of the funniest
we
promos. Go ahead, it's fine. It's
Well,
before-
let's bring our guest
Okay,
in,
we'll-
and then
we'll do that
we'll
later.
play it.
but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Is he in the thing? I don't.
Yeah,
have to
he's
think
He's
in
in
here
there.
right here.
He's in the thing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the show Zach
He'll do
Burton.
that.
Hey,
Hey, what's
buddy.
going on, guys? I just want to say I talked to Dylan Nix. I talked to Tyler Adams. I did not agree to do a show with the guy who's responsible for most of my knee problems. Like I did that.
Sorry, I should have warned you.
Nah, it's all
Okay.
To be fair,
good.
well,
Like I'm gonna
see
be
you
honest,
later,
I had-
JP. How's it going?
And this is how we start the show.
oh my god!
Motherfuckers. I swear.
Listen,
I
I know
swear.
nothing about how this system works, so I could.
Zach's been on for 5 seconds. He's like, I regret this already.
So
No,
much.
no, that's usually when I'm popping on for like any chat with my friends, because usually I pop up when they're having the weirdest fucking conversation.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, y'all want
You
to
just-
talk about y'all were just talking about Ben stories. Jesus Christ, you ever have him tell you that suddenly halfway through his drive-through order, he wants you to do the rest of the order in your Stewie voice?
No.
Oh my god.
Fucking 11 o'clock at night, driving home from Lanesboro, Massachusetts for TIW. He decides he's
Oh,
gonna order
God.
in a British accent, and then he's like, "All right, I'm fucking bored." Zach, you finish. Fuck.
Did you even know what his order was? Did he even say what it was? Or did you just
No.
bullshit it?
No,
Oh,
I just
Oh, yeah.
learned to stop asking questions when it comes to Ben.
Yeah, we all have at this point. We're just kind of like, okay, Dad. Quick, Dad. Actually, speaking of like, it was like the last the Ring Wars show, and he's just yelling random non sequiturs about Tom Hardy at us, and we're just like, sure.
I'm trying to find that
Oh,
promo.
man.
It's so funny.
Oh,
boy.
yeah.
So-
Never a dull moment with Alexander.
So, Zach Burton, introduce yourself.
That's I gotta be honest. It's weird to think about introducing myself because like I'm gonna be straight up. I had a moment earlier tonight where I was talking to my wife and I was like, holy shit, I'm actually going to be talking with people who I haven't really sat and had a conversation with in over 5 years. Like it's crazy to think about, and like it's just because I've been so separated from the wrestling world for so long, and it's because it's because I had a lot of shit happen in my life that I just had to take priority.
Buddy, I understand.
Yeah, and number one is sleeping right across the hall. So yeah, but yeah. I mean, I wrestled for. Yeah, I think all in total, with everything considered, I think in total for 4 years, worked a lot with JP. We trained together, and actually, I'm so glad that you brought up the story about you almost fighting Paul, because I remember me and my boys were in the front fucking row that night, because that was the cage. That was one of the cage shows, right?
First cage. It was either the first or the second night of the cage they ever did, and Ace was like in the cage, and he was just coming out, and one of Paul Dowling's kids like swung at Ace or something.
Yeah.
I faced the kid, and I was I want to say it was
probably Eric.
Or no, it was Eric. Yeah, you're right.
Was it Eric? It was probably Eric.
I pie faced him, and I was like, "Don't you fucking touch the wrestler!" Blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden, I got Paul Dowling like spitting in my face, shoving me, and then we're shoving back. I got Joey Gleets, rest his soul, trying to pull me into the cage to get me away. I'm just swinging, and then they're hauling him out the door, out the only lane that you can walk out in the hall. Like, it was bad.
Oh my God. O'Reilly, I love you so much. Jesus Christ.
That's not on part. What show is this? Because I think I remember this.
This was Let's. This was after. I can't remember.
I'm going to say it right here. I'm saying it right here. It is February 21st, 2025, 9:08 p.m. I'm saying officially for the next Limitless or Let's Wrestle year-end awards, most memeable wrestler needs to happen, and it needs to be Ben every fucking time.
Yes,
every single time.
It's true.
Oh,
yeah.
Actually, I think so you were at a Let's show. You came and hung out for a little bit at the beginning, but I think the last show you were at with all of us and we did anything at was actually it was MPW, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I thought he did Cleats after that. Cleats Rumble.
Were you at the Cleats Rumble? Was that after that?
Yes, I was at the Cleats Rumble.
Right.
I was
I don't remember.
I was a very last minute thing for that.
Yeah.
Here's how you can tell that. It was the one match where I went full beard.
Yeah.
That's the only way you could tell that I was completely not prepared.
Yeah, because I remember that, because it was supposed to be, who was supposed to show up? It was someone from Massachusetts, and they didn't show. And I remember Randy going, "Zach, you got your shit?" And you're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Go get it on."
Yeah, I remember that. You just came in just to say hi, everybody. And then he's
yeah,
you have your stuff. I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, yeah, go.
Yeah,
go
that was the first time y'all met my kid and everything. Jeez.
Yeah. By the way, kids, always have your gear. So
yeah, right.
Never know.
Oh man.
So real quick, one of my favorite things that this is a behind the curtain sort of scenario.
Oh boy.
Back when me and Zach first started teaming together in wrestling, we didn't really technically have a formidable tag team name like Dylan.
As soon as I saw Primer say it, I knew you were going to bring it up.
So Primer,
I was going to ask about
came up with a wonderful, beautiful name for us behind the curtain, known as Shits and Tits. I was the shits. He was the tits.
Everyone was very jealous of my testicles. Okay.
Everyone was very jealous.
And the worst part is they're going away, and everyone's so mad about it.
It's called working out and getting the sheep, brother.
I'm like, do you have any idea how happy I was when the doctor told me I had lost 45 pounds since my last appointment? Like, for crying out loud. But everyone's so mad that the boobies are going away. So sorry that I broke your dreams.
You lost 45 pounds. I just ate half a pizza, so you know.
So I've never shared. I've never shared this with Zach before, but I have a Google Drive from like the early stuff that we all used to do.
Oh no.
And I purposely have it in here, literally labeled as shits and tits.
Oh my god, you
So the history is all here.
Play it.
Oh god, I don't even know. I can't play this one because that's redacted.
Yeah.
Wait, why is that
no.
redacted?
Because
okay.
oh,
Dude, everybody, everyone
Who's in that one?
this match so much. They said that at this point, this was
Turn it down a little bit, JP.
Turn down, JP. Yeah. There you go.
I don't know why I was dying.
Jeez, JP's over here just like, I don't listen to you fuckers in full
I
volume.
love how the producer just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Who's this homeboy? Who's this like?
Oh, so this dude, it's been a while, but don't ask what I'm wearing.
Is that Roadblock?
That's
that's fucking Roadblock.
He was managing us because you got to think this is 2016.
Did he borrow cousin Larry's gear?
Well, no, because like the whole thing was when I had started, Eric decided that he was going to give me a kind of a trucker kind of redneck gimmick, and that I was going to be Roadblock's younger brother. Literally, yeah. Hold on. Literally, the month after we debuted as a tag team, he had his big motorcycle accident.
Oof.
So there went all our tag.
There was a good reason for that. But
by the way, JP, those tights that you're wearing are in my bottom drawer right now.
Are they orange and black?
Funny?
They are orange and
I
black.
probably fit in them now. Because, but
Hey,
like
Cat.
5 years ago, I probably would never fit in them.
Well, yeah.
But
Oh,
so
God.
if you look in this video,
Oh my
in the
god!
corner.
I remember.
in the corner, that is a very, very young. Oh my God! Wow, Jimmy Limits. That is a Jimmy Limits from 2016, but he was known as Sebastian Kelly.
Who are you punching in the face right here? Who's this homeboy?
So that is his name was simply Plunkett, and he called himself the Ogre. And let me tell you, I'm really reminding how fucking stiff these goddamn shoulder flush was, and then the bump is just. I remember how Bertha didn't move.
Plunkett trained at the Monster Factory for back
Yeah.
reference. He doesn't wrestle anymore, I don't believe, but because if he did, he would definitely still be around.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
here's
he's
the thing,
gonna look, man.
this is like our second, maybe third tag match we ever had together. So
Oh no, dude, we had a couple more than that.
I feel like it was not that like much into it. I feel
You've always thrown those
No,
clotheslines so like
because,
that. That's so weird.
Like the I feel like this was like this was pretty close to right before we split.
no, you're right. I have this in the 2016 folder, so this definitely was some time after. Yeah, you're right. It just it all blended together so much. Like,
Don't suplex him into his own corner.
this was less than a year into it.
Don't
Oh,
suplex
man.
him into his own corner.
You're gonna watch some cringy shit here. I'm telling you.
Oh, dude, my first few matches I watch back now. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, what was I doing?
Yeah.
I thought you actually went
Oh,
to the
yeah.
second on both feet there. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, really? You think that I trusted Bertha that much?
Yeah,
Dude,
Albert
really-
is being used for EW.
Is that Carver?
Yeah, that's Carver. Yeah.
Doug Randy Carver.
This is just after a Limitless had started, like maybe 6 months after it started.
Oh my God! Do we have to be reminded of that? Like, okay, I'm
Here's
not
the best
not
part of the
not
whole match. Oh,
not
fine,
the
yeah.
not the Limitless starting, but can we just forget all of the drama that happened in that time? Like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
that was the worst of it. Pretty.
No.
Did
Oh
you
my
watch Eric Johnson's stories in the last couple
I
of
was gonna
shows? 'Cause
say,
he told all the tea.
Oh,
yeah.
He
didn't
boiled the
check
tea.
at all.
Eric Johnson's Uncle Iro up in this place. All right, that's how much tea that guy had. I did it to Pop Zach.
With a lot of
That's fair.
clips, it was nice.
Oh God! Why did you
Oh,
have to remind
God.
me of that? Yeah, that was the first time I ever got knocked out in a ring. I have no recollection. No
First time I got knocked
recollection
out
of
in a
rolling
ring.
out.
I wasn't knocked out, but I definitely rattled myself when I went on my own damn head.
And then here's the best one out of all of it is yeah, I don't know what I was doing there.
Well,
Kitchen sink?
you were going for your neck breaker.
And fucking snapped the head back, rolled me back up onto my feet, and here comes good old death.
Nice jumping pump kick. That wasn't too bad.
Well, it was also weird because like those two, like they didn't team long in IWE either.
No, they do not. It was very brief.
And Plunkett started doing his own thing and like going into singles, and then he became Sebastian Mayhem. So
Jimmy Limits went through a lot of character changes, that's for sure.
Is it more than Primer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, to be fair, I love Primer, and
I
I would say that to his face. So
yeah, I love John to death. I love John to death. I was convinced that he would just boot up 2K before every single show.
Open up a cup of coffee in one hand, controller in the other, and a 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning. I'd be like, all right, what name are we coming up with today?
he's gonna message me about 5 minutes back. You're unbooked forever. God damn it. Oh well. I know.
Oh,
No, dude. So we started in IWE. We started with JP and all those yahoos, and
And I turned on.
and I gotta go to one of your last matches that I remember being at. I don't know if it wasn't your last match, but it was your last. I think it was your last match. I'm gonna bring up a name. I apologize just now because you're gonna hate me when I say this, but Big Moxie.
Yep.
Matt Mahoney, Big Moxie.
Will not touch that shit.
And by the way, guys, if you ever want to make him angry real quick, just send him a picture of something with Moxie on it. I found a boat that was called Moxie.
No,
I was like, Zach.
No. I've been to therapy now.
But that was you and Eric Johnson at Let's Wrestle.
Yeah.
And that was 2018, 2019?
That
2019.
match. I'm assuming you're specifically talking for the road, right? Or
no, it wasn't the road.
Pandemic
That was
Dojo.
Yeah, no, it was before that. This is like the one where Eric like literally left you on the floor.
Oh yeah. When he
Then you came back after that, but this is like where you thought you were done.
Yeah. There was a lot of shit going on for me at that time. That was really not my finest moment. I mean, going through a lot. I had at that point I had really felt like wrestling was more of an obligation at that point more than anything. It had gotten to a point where frankly, to put it mildly, there were conversations that people didn't think that I had heard that I was indeed in the room for. The main one being, and I quote, "Fuck Zach, he lost his job at the radio station, so he lost us our free advertising." I'm going. So
can I take a wild guess who that was?
I mean,
you don't have to say. I think I know who that is.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Wow.
But like, it was one of those things where I was just like, I'm and my wife had started pointing out to is like, you say you love this, but you're coming home from every show absolutely miserable, and you just don't seem like you're enjoying it. You don't seem like you're having fun anymore. What is this really continuing to be worth it for you? And that the night that Eric was supposed to just beat the living hell out of me, I was actually supposed to be in the very first Let's Rumble. I was supposed to be in that match, and that was supposed to be the official death of Big Moxie. And then later in the Rumble, I was going to come out as Zach Burton, and me and Eric were going to brawl it out. That was also the night that we had that massive fucking snowstorm in Maine. Yep. And I had literally just gotten my car back after hitting the patch black ice, so I dipped early. And obviously, you took my lumps on that and had to, work my way and pay my dues again and, do whatever I could to earn my spot back. But that was exactly what I told Randy I was going to do. I was like, I understand I disappointed you, and I understand that I lost a big opportunity here. But I don't want you to feel like the opportunities you've given me here are squandered. I love this place. This is really my home. You guys have started to really, it's picked up in a way that I haven't felt in months. But when I was informed that my spot was gone here, it hurt because like this was the place that mattered. So that's why I busted my ass. And then one very painful clothesline from Rip Byson later.
dude, I can tell you, man, I was there for that. I remember watching that and just watching that match going, holy shit, here we go. All right.
Yeah.
And then you're starting to pick it back up right there. And of course, life
Well,
life
that was,
happens. But
like, that was the thing, man. Like, I'll never personally forget that match with Rip more than anything when it comes to Let's Wrestle, because when he approached me for doing the match, he had done something that I wasn't 100% used to. And JP, you'll be able to comment on this, give it our background. Everything I called, he okayed. Everything. Oh God. He, by the way, that leather strap nailed me in the face in the beginning of the match. Like, you could see it. It nailed me right in the fucking face.
No.
Like, yeah.
oh my God. Yep.
Yeah, bastard. Oh my God.
You no-sold this
There's
shit.
a clip
I had
somewhere.
to, man. I had to.
There's a clip somewhere, and I can't fucking find it. Rip chasing freaking Dalton around the arena with whipping, and I can't find the clip.
man.
I've seen it somewhere, and it's hilarious, but I can't fucking find it because I
That
was
is
there
fantastic.
because he was recording. And Rip does his normal thing of going
Yeah.
after the camera, and he's backing up, and like he's not stopping, and he
Rip
just
just
takes off, and Dylan just takes off, like, oh shit, fucking like.
Remember, kids, Rip is going to stay in character
my
100%. So
Yeah.
you need to not be
Oh
in
my
his
God.
way.
You want a perfect example of that? I don't know if anybody else is going to remember this, or if anybody else is working security for that show, but there was a freaking show in Orono. I want to say it was like a January or February show. Absolutely freezing out. There's a dude in the second row in Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots. And
God.
Rip stayed in character the entire time interacting with him. And on top of that, like, got this close to him with the freaking strap. And I could not believe that Rip was able to keep a straight face. Like, how?
There's times you can break Rip sometimes.
Oh,
but it
yeah.
has to be good. And
Yeah.
but there's times I've seen him just crack up and he's just like, and he'll play it like he meant to, but you could tell you got him.
Yeah.
So
I'm also fairly certain that there is still a video somewhere in my wife's multitude of files that she has. I'm still certain that there is a video of Rip Byson when he was still Tomahawk.
we don't talk about
Dancing.
that.
Okay, sorry, you're right.
It's like Bruno. We don't talk about it.
Okay, well, yeah. It's a video of him at the old Dexter venue, shucking and jiving to Poker Face.
Jesus Christ.
With most of his face paint still on.
Oh my God.
Oh, my.
Oof.
We're just watching Rip Byson beat the
No,
living piss out of you.
well, there was a reason for that. Did not realize I had done it, and he had called me out on it immediately. That first shot that he threw up, I don't know why, but I sealed
You
up
covered
on it.
up. Yep.
And no, so I was gonna fucking take every goddamn shot he had, because that's one thing. Like, if I fuck up, I'm gonna acknowledge it. Oh.
And
That
so
was
are
gross.
Jason Maverick's upset.
But yeah,
Oh, I see where Jason stole it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Jason also
Abyss.
stole his
Geez. Oh, the music.
Yeah.
Most of the name.
Jason Maverick is just Zach Burton 1.5.
Nah, he can
I
have it.
remember. Oh,
have
speaking
it.
of music, I've got to tell this story because this is funny as shit. So we were speaking of MPW. We were sitting at MPW, and I don't think Zach had heard Jason come out to the music yet. And all of a sudden,
I had known. I had known.
did you? Just your reaction is great because it was probably a work reaction, be like, "Son, bitch, this is my music."
Yeah, because me and Nick had talked about it that earlier. We were like, I think it would be really funny because he uses your old music. Like, why don't you make it a bit? I was like, sure. And plus, like,
fucking
and then he
Maverick give a shit about using his music.
Yeah. So Zach, if you didn't know this, Kat and I come out to Sound of Madness by Shinedown.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we did the first show we do it. Freaking Jason comes up, he's like, "Hey guys, so that's my music." Both of us went, "What? He's
What?
Like, yeah, I used it at like IWE like twice."
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
did it.
first
I
of
did
all,
it 2 times.
twice.
Like,
And IWE, that doesn't count.
It'd be like me being like, "Hey, I use shipping up to Boston. Don't use it ever again." Like,
Yeah. Somewhere Mike McCarthy's like, "Fuck you."
yeah, then I would have been like, "Yeah, never mind."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Ouch.
Yeah, that's why I don't do neck breakers. I learned that.
Lay
it's
out
like,
with
it was,
the man. It's like a
Nine
cutter.
fingers are
it was
tied.
it had been like no, like I had fucking no, yeah. This was just there are so many
You
moments
just
that I
gave
look
him
back.
a
Like
fucking reverse stunner.
I can't even look at it. I can't even look at it.
You gave
Like
him
on
a
top of
reverse
that,
stunner.
on top of that,
So
this was
fuck
my
you.
this was my since not being booked with Let's Wrestle. This was my first match really back. So it's like first time doing anything.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Johnny Torres, who you can all see laughing in the background,
Talking.
just being
Yeah,
such a shit
Killing this
talker,
right there.
had been giving me shit the entire day because he had been hyping me up that I was going to go one-on-one with Scott Wilde that day.
Huh.
And yeah, that changed the second that Rip saw me in my gear. And-
Was this the same? Oh, was this the same tapings that was Drifter versus Scotty Wild, and Scotty did his moonsault to land on his feet, and Drifter rolled the wrong way?
I gotta be honest, I don't remember.
Oh, it was one of the tapings.
There's bad.
So
There's bad.
Oh, those ropes are loose.
it's the dojo ropes. They're 95% of the time loose.
Sorry if you can hear a freaking cat begging for something in the background. I apologize.
Love gun. Oof.
Ooh, was that the clothesline you're talking about, or is
Nope.
it this one?
Nope.
Oof.
Ooh,
No, you guys know what one I'm talking about, goddamn it.
Yeah. Ooh, nice lefts.
Oof.
All right.
Oh no! I thought he was going to Northern Lights you for a minute.
Ooh, there we go. There we
Buttons popped off my vest. Perry caught one.
go. Samuel Matthews is somewhere very upset right now.
Oh my god!
he's stolen all my shit. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that little bitch.
Yeah, I stole all my shit from Taz, Samoa Joe, and Okada, so I can't say anything.
I stole all my shit from every deathmatch wrestler that there's currently active right now.
Oh shit, I still have hair in this video.
Was he going for an angle slam there?
God,
I don't
That would've
remember
been
what
amazing.
exactly he was going for, and he literally
That-
just told me to huck him right here.
Angle slam, a Slido suplex, a backdrop suplex. There's a few things you could do out of that position.
beautiful.
That's cool.
TKO, nice.
Brilliant.
Ripper with that big cell leg. I just
I know.
died. Oh, come on, Greenleaf. That was 3.
Greenleaf
Greeny.
can't count as always.
Per usual, nothing.
Oh my god, it's fucking Kirby. I haven't seen him forever.
Kirby
Yeah.
Wackerman.
I miss Kirby.
yeah.
Kirby Wackerman, fun fact, is one of the most sent memes in my Discord server. So it's totally because my brain is fucking weird. So right before this is the one. This is the
Oh yeah, this one.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
died. You see me in the background, like, oh, he died.
He did.
He did. I think I still have those jeans too.
I literally
Wow! Wow! No, that's where you should have kept
Did you
Uh,
see him? Look.
It's the Seth Rollins
Oh
face.
my god.
It's
so
Yeah.
Dad.
It's the same. I think that's the same look that Rip had when Eric clotheslined me out of my shoes. Or it's very close anyway. It's very close.
oh my
So
god.
good. That
Uh,
was so good.
So we go from
Can't
Big
remember what
Moxie.
I'm saying.
We go from Big Moxie to Zach Burton. What were the usually Levi's here to do all this? I'm just making it up as I go. What were the big influences for Zach Burton?
Well, the thing was, I wanted to do something different, and like I truthfully, like by the time that I had done everything that I felt like I'd done everything I could with Big Moxie, like even like respectfully, when even IWE management is getting bored of it,
Yeah.
the sign that something needs to change. So I wanted to do something different, and I always wanted to do like some kind of darker, more psychological gimmick. And that's what I was originally going to do. And unfortunately, the only like real chance I got to show it off in promos was when I did my promo for my rematch against Eric for Pandemic at the Dojo.
Yeah.
To kind of to show off like.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to think what the show name was. It wasn't Pandemic the Dojo 2. We had another name for it. And I just can't think of what it is right offhand.
Pandemic at the Dojo was the one right before the road.
Well, no, we did that. Then we went into the road, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
Pandemic at the Dojo, and then
Yeah.
the road, and me and Eric had those 2 matches
The
together.
deserted dojo match. Fucking great match.
Oh my god.
The
I
mist
checked
is still in the ceiling.
the what?
The mist is still on the ceiling.
Eric's green mist is still on the ceiling at the dojo.
That's
still
Every
on the
now and then
ceiling.
Randy looks up at it and it's like, motherfucker.
But no, like I will always hold both of those matches with Eric in such a special place in my heart, because like, and I mean, I've told Eric this in personal conversations. I'll say it a million times over. I hold so much respect for Eric. He really did a lot for me in terms of keeping me going with wrestling for a long time. I honestly thought that when IWE had purchased MEW, again, because of things that I was told, and because I was a young
The
student.
original MEW,
Yeah.
not the one that currently runs.
Yeah, there's a current one now. This is old school.
There's
There's an
some
old
confusion.
Yeah.
But yeah, like because of things that I had been informed of, I didn't think Eric was going to want to keep me on as a student, but pleasantly surprised he did keep me on. And, I do owe a lot of what I was able to do, to Eric. And I remember when Randy had actually approached me about Let's Wrestle in the first place, he said, who are some of the people you want to work with? First name I said was Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I was the only person in our training class who had not gotten a one-on-one match with him. I was the only one, because they never.
My one-on-one with him wasn't even in IWE. It was literally in Global.
Yeah. So I wanted to do something special with that, and thankfully we actually got that with Pandemic at the Dojo, and those matches were so much fun. Not to mention the look that all y'all had when he dropped me on my head in that first match.
Oh, that's right. He had the Johnson special. Dude, I bobbleheaded when I did. I was like, oh. Things that
Jesus.
it was lovely. People were like, "Can you take this?" I'm like, "Yes." Not as well as I intended to. Holy lag, Batman! Lag. Are we in a temporal displacement here? There we go. Oh, he did the red mist.
And I love how he's still wearing his freaking like Italian singlet under all of this.
Yep.
Oh my god! Oh, the shoulder.
Gross.
Oh,
Shoulder, dude.
Oh,
yo.
Gross.
I remember him wearing the Italian singlet, and I think it was Paul Dowling. It was at a Let's show, and someone, I swear to God, it was Paul. He was like, "Go back to Mexico," and Eric's like, "Dude, I'm Italian." I was like, I looked over at Dowling. I didn't know. This is probably my second Let's show
here at an IWE show.
This is probably my second ever Let's show ever, and I just kind of went, "What?" Jesus Christ!
Here's a little blast from the past for you.
Oh no!
This is during my bad hair phase.
I'm fairly certain.
What do you mean during?
Also, rest in peace, Griffin.
Oh my God, Griff.
Griff, rest in peace, buddy.
Griff and okay, so
this
now
was a good match though.
It was a fun match. Yeah.
The Mutts are pretty much no longer in existence. Griff is unfortunately passed away. What is his name?
Alex Kane.
Alex is the skinnier one, right?
Yeah,
because Randy can still wrestle, and he just wrestled for MPW.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
I was Randy is the one that you're talking about here.
Oh,
Jose is who you're thinking of.
Jose, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Jose's neck is like
Jose's
completely screwed up.
like,
So
yeah.
Levi will tell you the story. So Levi and Jose had a one-on-one, and it was going to set up. It was basically working to the Seawolves versus the Mutts, and we were excited to like work this program and stuff. Well, Levi hits Jose with his he sets him up for a fireman's carry and flips him over to a neck breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, a pretty simple move. What we didn't know is Jose's neck was as messed up as it was. So, JP, did you tell him this? I think it was you that told Levi this. And Levi looked at you, he's like, "Are you telling me I could have paralyzed the motherfucker?"
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The look on JP, the look on Levi's face was like, "Holy shit!" So none of us knew that. So it wasn't anyone's fault.
No, not Ring Around the Mahoney. Not Ring Around the Mahoney. Oh God, this sucked so bad.
Dude, he caught you right in the face.
He did,
No. He actually didn't. I can confirm that. There's only been one time where I've ever truly been kicked in the face. during a match. It was not that moment. However, since we are watching an Island Falls match,
Yeah.
JP and I are here, and we're both in this match, and the referee for this match is Joey Gleitz. I have a story for y'all. The only person who is involved in the story not present at the moment would be Mr. Canada, Ricky Williams. So, yeah, JP, shut your goddamn mouth.
JP's getting excited. I'm gonna get excited. Let's hear it.
So, I was living in Portland at the time, and JP and Ricky were going to be my ride up to Island Falls, and we were also going to be grabbing Gleats on the way. So oh Jesus, how could I forget this part of the match? Randy didn't like how his chops landed twice, so Griff just goes ahead and stiffs me on one. He then immediately apologizes because Griff was like the biggest softie you ever met.
He did. You could hear him.
That reminds me. Sorry, really quick.
Yeah.
Fucking. We're doing Supernova. It's a 5v5. It's team Jesse Nolan versus team. What was it? Team Tony Clash. And Short Fuse. I forgot what his name was. Was in. He was in the ring for most of the heat, and he kicking his ass. And I got him to the corner, and I'm like, sorry, buddy. He goes, sorry for what? And I just fucking just loaded a fucking like massive chop. He just goes, and we continued on for like another 2 minutes. I get in the ring, and he goes, dude, just fucking pin me. I'm done. I'm like, buddy, you just got one more spot and you're out. And I'm like, oh my God, thank God. I'm like, oh, you'd have to do is slip out. That's it. He goes, oh, thank God. He fucking slips out, tags, fucking rolls out, fucking pukes underneath the ring because he's so
Jesus Christ.
Oh, we beat the shit out of him. I'm gonna feel that match sometime.
Oh,
for like 5, 6, 7 minutes, we beat the living piss out of him. And he took all the heat. It was so fucking funny.
I love how this whole match is just agony heat too.
Yeah, I'm just getting like that. That was the shit. Like, here's the fucked up thing. Respectfully,
I should have been taking the heat.
Respectfully,
but it was always me. It was always me. There was one time, and it was when we did the triple threat tag match with the Play Society and the Fog, and y'all didn't call shit for me but the finish.
Oh my God, forget about this match. So I went unconscious for 8 minutes in that match. I didn't know where I was because Jossie kicked me in the back of the head and knocked me out cold. I totally forgot about that match.
So, hold on. Before you pull that
finish the story. I want to hear the story.
Finish the story.
So
JP.
JP and Ricky Williams had come to pick me up, and we had just left Fairfield after picking up cleats. Now I'm just scrolling through my phone. I'm reading whatever the hell I can find. And I come across this article that immediately piques my dumbass interest because it's 5 board games you won't believe exist. The very first one is a very, very like horribly named racist game. I'm not gonna mention it here, but it's right there in the title. Either way, it's horrible. And it's like maybe after I get done reading off this list, everybody, it's like maybe a good 45 seconds of just pure silence because apparently Ricky Williams is against driving with the radio on.
Who is he, Tajiri?
I guess.
Wow, JP.
So,
no, I was stretching my eyes. I was just bad timing that you said
that. Sure.
So it's a good 45 seconds. It's a good 45 seconds of silence, and Gleitz just looks over him and he goes, "Hey, Monopoly." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Right.
They go, "I was like, Monopoly. What the hell are you talking?" He goes, "Candyland." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he just keeps off listing more board game, and then finally I catch on. I'm like, "Oh, he's just being a dank. He's listing off every freaking board game you can think of." So all 4 of us get in on the bit.
Oh Jesus!
So we're doing this for like a good solid 4 minutes. We're just laughing hysterically, can't stop. We're all looking like a bunch of idiots.
It was great.
It was one of the dumbest things ever. Well, we all finally stopped, and again, it's like another 2 minutes. It's another 2 minutes go by, and then Gleitz says, "Camper." I'm going, "What in the hell are you talking about? That's not a board game." He points. And that is when I look ahead through the windshield and I see that we are rapidly approaching a recreational vehicle.
like literally right there in our face.
And this is because Ricky Williams is looking down at his phone.
Yeah,
while
and
he's
I'm in
driving.
the passenger seat, not realizing it either. And so all four of us at the same time, just
All three of us.
scream in, or three of us just scream in unison, like at the same time as he veers out of the fucking road. Like, oh my god!
Oh my god, that's a good one.
And we're all sitting there just completely breathless, like holy shit, we almost just got into a massive car accident because Ricky wasn't paying attention. We're like, we're not trying to throw shade, we're just trying to be calm. We're just trying to be calm and just like let the moment pass. And then finally, after a few minutes go by, I said, that's it, I'm not inviting any of you to board game night.
I'd just looked up and been like, mousetrap.
Of all people,
No, at that
Help you,
point,
Bellatrix?
at that point, it's Final Destination.
Yeah.
basically.
so
Oh
a
shit.
great reference to that match you were just thinking of. So the funny part about this entire match is the only time that Zach is in this match, he had waited about it's a 10-minute match for both.
Oh, I remember you telling me the story.
8
Go for it.
minutes into this match, it had taken for him to finally get tagged in. And as soon as he get tagged in, the crowd is waiting. The crowd had been cheering for him. He finally gets the hot tag, and you'll see it here shortly. But here in the beginning, I immediately get my first concussion and concussed.
Oh,
Immediately. I am out cold at this point, and there is nothing like that anyone knew. No one knew what was going on. I was not awake.
is that
Like-
that's not Malik, is it?
No, that is Roberts.
Yes.
Oh,
He used to be the original. Him and Jose used to be the original Play Society.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was unconscious for like minutes of all of this. So, like, as you can see, we're 4 minutes into this. I'm still taking the heat in this, and it's a triple threat. I'm still taking the heat.
Just
We're
feel like
6 minutes in.
just hit me.
Which, by the way, I would like to give the exact quote that I was given. I would like to give the exact quote that I was given, because these motherfuckers, these 5 individuals, spent a good 30 minutes talking, conferring, planning. I said, you know what? This is a tag match, and I know that Play Society and Danny and I know the Fog are going to be more in control here because they're the ones calling everything. I'm not going to sit here and get in the way. I'm going to wait. They say they're going to have something for me. I'm going to wait. Nothing. Finally, I say, okay, like, is there any particular moment you want me to plan for? And they say, oh, don't worry, we'll plan for it.
Originally,
We'll know it when it comes.
Originally, you were supposed to have a hot tag, but because I went unconscious, I forgot everything.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot everything. So this, I don't even think this was supposed to happen either. And I was supposed to get tagged back in. Kenny wasn't supposed to be tagged in at all. So I'm sitting up here and I'm like, I have to get back in the ring. I was like, because I have to tag you in for the hot tag. So again, we're 8 minutes.
I remember in this moment, you and I were trying to talk, and I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, and at this point, we're 8 minutes in. You had not been in this match once at this point. And eventually I get back in. So I think this is finally where we go to a situation where
What the hell is that?
it was supposed to be. This was on the fly at this point because I was literally walking unconscious. I had no idea what was happening. Oh yeah, so this was the setup. Oh,
It's like,
I die again, by the way. It wasn't the clothesline. It's what I take immediately after by Kenny, because he just doesn't give a fuck. And we were green as grass. So him and Jose.
What's the phrase that Larry likes to use? Green as goose shit?
He stole that from Cornette.
I die.
Oh,
it's like Bubba Ray when he
Watch my head. Dead.
Oh, Jesus.
it's like Bubba Ray when he took the DDT off the ladder from Jericho.
Yeah.
the Bulldog off the ladder, Jericho, and knocked himself the fuck out. And then Jericho's trying to tell him that like everything is concussed. He goes, "Bully, hit your finish." He goes, "What's my finish?"
Oh, it had already happened. No, it hadn't happened yet.
So it's funny.
Nope.
Even if I didn't know,
Still waiting.
even if I didn't know the Fog was Amber and Jossie,
Here it is.
just the way that what was Humorous is Jossie, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Just the way Humorous moves in the ring. Jossie is a very tell on how he moves in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell it's him.
I feel like both Amber and Jossie had that when they were doing the Fog, and like even if they weren't like, even if the bodysuits weren't different, you'd still be able to tell who was who. I feel.
So here we are, 10 minutes in. I'm literally right next to him at this point. He finally tags in. We're finally 10 minutes. Peak at the crowd is at their toes. They're literally standing on their feet, standing ovation, ready for Matt Mahoney to get in and do this amazing, phenomenal hot tag.
Wow.
10 minutes and 17 seconds in.
Jesus Christ, is Tony Khan booking this shit?
And by the way, I would like to point out because if we do end up playing this for the actual finish,
There's
I'm gonna say this
30
right
seconds left, so we're going to see it.
okay. So hold on, no, pause it,
Pause it.
because I'm going to acknowledge this,
Oh boy.
and I'm also going to say right now,
I
I never wanted this to be my finish. Literally never fucking wanted this to be my finish. But because I had told Eric at one point that I was interested in putting a Dragon Sleeper into my moveset a little bit, Eric suggested, well, then why don't you start doing the Crossroads as your finish? I never wanted to do the Crossroads because I never felt comfortable doing it or safe doing it, but everyone always insisted, oh, no, we'll be fine. So when Amber said, don't worry, we'll be fine,
I've heard that before.
I feel every time I hit this damn thing, every time I felt so bad.
This is, keep in mind, guys, this is coming off of a hot tag 10 minutes into the match and immediately getting super kicked, and that was 30 seconds later.
Do you know how surprised I am that there exists footage of me winning a match and I'm not completely gassed?
The other one that I won't show that has the redacted in it is our first tag win that's still in there. Aiden Andrews is a part of that match, but I won't show it because of the other fucker. But
yeah, let's not.
Are you talking about the ref that's redacted?
No, I think he's talking a guy who talks like this kid.
Yeah, that one.
Jesus.
So at Walter Killer Kowalski School for Professional Wrestling.
Oh, okay, yeah.
42
The minute I said that, everyone knows who that is.
Yeah. I never met him, thank God.
You're a lucky soul.
He wasn't awful, but yeah.
He was awful.
He was always decent to me. I'll say it that way.
Jeez,
Yeah, he was decent to anyone that didn't have. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
Anyway, so you stepped away from wrestling and you started doing getting into voice acting. Do you want to know? Do you want to talk about like how you got into that?
In the bar talk voice.
Of course, because like my coworkers, Dylan Nix thinks I'm a fucking jukebox.
Oh sure, blame the bat. We're easy targets. I can't do a good one.
Let's leave the impressions to me.
Okay, I can do a good Stitch and a good Golem. That's about it.
Well, let's hear it.
Oh, you're on the spot.
You can do it. Let's hear it.
All right.
All right. Now.
This is just
I know my
because
next drop.
No, this is just because I sent you that voice note of me doing the Austin promo as Gandalf the other night. Isn't it?
Yeah. No. Actually, I
I feel like one of us needs to pick an actor, the other one needs to pick like a line from something.
That's like
the other person needs to pick a setting.
It's an episode of freaking Jimmy Kimmel.
Because I was joking around with Dylan when he initially messaged me about the show. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to do some weird shit and I started joking around. I was like, what character that can I do an impression of that I could read a wrestling promo as I think it would be funny.
You know,
And then as soon as I said that, I was like, oh my God, Gandalf could do the Austin 316 promo right there. And no, and here's the thing.
You beat me to it.
But the thing
One of
is,
those voices the silly voice man can do.
we'll get there. But it's funny because like it literally just fell into my lap. But I was sitting there, I sat about and thought for a grand total of 30 seconds, and the only thing that came to mind was, "You speak of your valor, you speak of your Sauron 316. Well, Gandalf 316 says you shall not pass."
By the way, Zach, I gotta tell you this, man. My girlfriend caught one of your videos. I think your Bartok one actually. And she goes, "This is great." And I kind of looked at her. I'm like, "That's Zach." She's like, "You know him?" I was like,
Do you?
"Yeah."
Okay, so I got to tell you, it is so funny because that is the second time that somebody has said, "Oh yeah, I saw something you posted a while ago, and I had no idea you could do this." And the funny thing is, it was Malik. It was Malik who he had reached out. He had reached out to me. He had reached out to me like a year ago at this point, and when I get an all caps message, I just assume you're screaming at me.
Yeah.
Because when I send an all caps message, I'm screaming at you.
Yeah.
When I'm working, I just say per my last email. But anyway, he messaged
last.
He messaged me out of the blue and he goes, "Dude, what the hell? You can sing?" Because I had posted a freaking video. I had posted a video on TikTok of me just singing something from a freaking Disney movie at one point, just joking around, and it ended up in a compilation of the original creator. I was like, okay, cool. That's how you figure it out. I was like,
yeah.
I literally looked at him. I was like, dude, you knew I was a theater kid, and if you didn't, how?
So I have to mention one of the funniest things. I don't think a lot of people realize this, but a lot of wrestling, especially like here in Maine, a lot of us were at one point theater kids. I've noticed a lot of it. Like we were either actors in some way, shape, or form, or we were in production, or we were into music or something. There's always some like performing thing that moves us into wrestling, and we're like, theater with damage.
Yeah, I mean, I think with how dynamic wrestling is, there's so much that can be taken from other forms of media and other forms of performance, because like you can get something from really anything when you look at it. I mean, of course, when you look at theater, of course, obviously you've got your whole basic layout of how everything's going to be set up. But like for me, and like one of the things I like, if people had ever asked me like for my advice, I was like, pick and choose from media, like what you really enjoy, and use that to combine it together and to make yourself something really something unique, because you can find other aspects from literally everything. And like, I mean, perfect. I will say a good example, and he may not agree with me, but JP, one of the things that he decided to do from the get-go was the whole break the cycle thing. And that was based on a song lyric. It was something that was important to JP, but at the same time he created it into something.
God damn it.
The best part is Hannah yelling in the background.
Apparently,
Professionals, guys.
Even JP's dogs don't like me talking about him. But no, like he took that and he ended up making it something that was unique for himself, and then people started asking questions about it. They started getting more intrigued in it, and that's what got people into it. So I mean, there's always something you can look for, and there's always something that you can take into consideration. Like, and you guys asked about voiceover. The amount of times that I have had to stop myself from going into voice actor mode when I was doing promos, because like, here's the thing. I've always been a freaking walking cartoon character. I will acknowledge that. A lot of people have started to call that undiagnosed. That's besides the point. But there's always something that can be done. Like, one of the things that I feel wrestling definitely gave me a lot of is one of the things that it taught me that I use a lot in voiceover is the importance of like how you can use your tone through your performance. Like one of the biggest things that I was able to do when I was doing the podcast that I was a part of for a couple of years They had given me one line, and they said, like, this character that you're playing, he's supposed to be very intense at this moment. He is supposed to be absolutely furious. But like, we also wanted to like make sure that he's he's not losing any of that grip of his power. But they said, we still want you to be loud, rambunctious, and angry. And I said, well, hold on a minute. If I may, can I try something first? And they're like, all right, what do you want to do? And I looked right at the director and I said, I want to do the exact opposite of that. Like you're saying that he's supposed to be absolutely furious, and he's supposed to be making a threat towards this person. Can you tell me that it's really more intimidating to have someone screaming in your face than someone absolutely keeping their cool as they look you dead in the eyes and threaten you?
Right.
So just let me just try this for 1 second. And that was one thing that I always tried to do in promos. Like, I didn't I didn't love screaming all the time. I didn't always love being loud. So like in my recorded promos, that's when I would like back off and I would get quieter, and I would like make people listen.
JP, what is going on over there?
What the fuck, JP?
Hannah just got home, so the dogs are just going ape shit right now.
Sorry.
It's all good. All I hear is
Zach's not talking, and like shit like that at all.
yeah.
This is too.
You know what? It's okay. I totally understand the pure joy that comes over a dog when their preferred human comes home.
I honestly was waiting for like a really witty like insult to me for some reason.
Okay, but
because I'm used to it from you when it comes
yeah,
to anything.
like JP and I have an unwritten rule. If I don't immediately make fun of him when I see him, he's gonna think something's wrong.
I know. I think that he genuinely is upset with me. But like, if he does make an insult to me, then I'm like, oh, thank God he's here.
So do you have anything that you're proud of, like anything that you put out for like voiceovers or voice acting, anything like that you like shit out, like something that you go back to every single day, just to like replay it, or something that, like I said, just very proud of that you've done?
I mean, like the entire show that I was a part of. For clarification on what that was, I was part of a. I know it's gonna sound ridiculous, but I had a lot of fun doing it. I was part of a podcast that was a soap opera. And I at 26 years old, I was playing a 72-year-old man. And I well, no, because like I went in and I did that show, and I just did a fucking impression of Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life. And they enjoyed it enough to the point where they brought me back to the show. And the thing that I'm most proud of when it comes to that show is, like, from the very first episode, you can tell that was my very first voice acting gig. But as I kept going on, I got more comfortable with the character, and I always have fun with it. But like, even just like the little stuff that I will put out online every once in a while, I just have fun with it. And like the stuff that I'm most proud of is when I know that I've made somebody smile. Like, my favorite video that I've ever put out was when I did the whole Lord of the Rings characters as your Baldur's Gate companions. That is my favorite video that I've ever put out, just because of how many people were like, "Oh my god, like this, like I haven't played all the way through the game, but this is so much fun. I love hearing this." Getting a genuine reaction. Yeah,
I've officially beat it twice.
So you're gonna judge me for this.
No,
I have over 450 hours in the game. I've only beat it once. But that's because I can't stop making new characters.
That's been my problem too. I keep going, oh man, maybe I'll play as this, maybe I'll play as that. I still haven't played any like the original, like the original companion run throughs. I haven't done any of that yet.
So
I don't have my
I only have one origin character run through going right now, and I'm playing as Astarion.
And over here, like,
I have made him so broken. I've made him so broken.
Joey Nails, I only know that game for the hot green and red woman. Okay, you plebeian. I said that wrong.
First off, they have names.
They have names. That is Lozelle and Karlak.
By the way, about regarding the other voices I can do, more than you can.
I love how there's just a fight going on in our fucking chat.
Yeah, I've ignored it.
We're just like, we're not even fucking paying attention to it.
Y'all take your petty garbage and get out of here.
I honestly, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I didn't even know I could read the comments that were happening right now.
If you get comments, yeah,
I've already fixed it. I've already
And
fixed
you
it.
can,
It's going wild. So I probably have asked this a million times, but to the audience themselves, who is in your mind the best voice actor that you can impersonate?
Oh, jeez. Wait.
I think you're gonna ask me who's the best voice actor, and I was about to judge.
Best, like
Who's-
best,
who-
the best
who's-
impersonation.
Oh, my best impersonation. I mean,
That's the best. And it's probably one that I've heard a million times, and I'm sure I'm right. Like,
oh, don't lie to me, you bastard! I know you just wanted to hear this one.
Actually, I will. I had to set the mic down. I'm doing other things. I will ask because I'm curious because I have my select voice actors that I'm huge fans of.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite voice actor, or who's your who do you think is number one?
Oh, as far as number one, I don't really think that I could put an actual label on that. For some of my favorites, that would easily have to go to the guys that I actually met a year ago now. Me and Ethan Scott, we drove down to my hometown in New York, and we went to go see a show called Animaniacs Live, which was starring Rob Paulson and Maurice LaMarche, who are the voice of Yakko and also Pinky and the Brain, respectively.
Nice.
And those guys were so just genuinely kind. I will say it was a little bit disturbing seeing Rob Paulson slip into his Carl Weezer voice, flirt with a member of the audience, and find out that it was actually the wife of somebody who I went to high school with.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, excuse me. No, I'm sorry. Not quite somebody I went to high school with, somebody I knew in high school.
So
it was so funny.
speaking Pinky in the Brain, I just got to do this. My favorite Pinky in the Brain line of all time. Of course, there's always like, see if I can do it. I can't do the impression right, but it's like, Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? I think so, Brain, but what are we going to get rubber pants at this hour?
I'm going to tell you right now, as they had said it during the show, and also because I have heard Rob Paulson say it several times. Can I tell you my favorite one?
Go ahead.
Go ahead and give me the setup line, Dylan. You just said it.
Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering?
Well, I think so, Brain. But if Jack's black and Betty's white, does that make Marvin gay?
That's damn good. I love it.
Oh, wow.
No. I would like to say, I have heard that 3 times before hearing it live. Hits so much harder live.
Oh my God, that's great.
Hits so much harder. And the absolute look of disdain that Maurice LaMarche had on his face the second that line came out of his mouth.
So, Kat and I have joked about this before in this podcast. It's so funny, depending who their guest is. Sometimes we'll get pure wrestling. Eric was pure wrestling, but depending on the guest, sometimes we just delve off into a left turn.
That's the thing, man. Like that's why I was like, I wasn't 100% sure. I was like, oh man, are you sure you guys want to do that? Because I'm gonna be honest, I have been so separate from wrestling over the past few years. Like I just catch the highlights these days. I don't really watch a lot of the product, and I mean the only connection I have to it is y'all.
So you're just basically saying that we'll never see you again wrestling?
I didn't say that.
I was gonna say there's some promotions out there. There's
Listen, I would truthfully, I would love to, because there are a lot of people that I would love to work with again, and there are a lot of things that I wanted to, that I still wanted to do. For prime example, oh my God, like if you were to tell me, if I were to be, in a perfect condition again, and if there was any chance in hell that I'd ever get one more match with BRG. Because listen, I've worked with a lot of people. Out of everybody that I've worked with, no disrespect to anybody else, but BRG, every time we worked together, because he was one of the first guys that I really wanted to work with, and I remember I wonder if JP will remember this. You remember when Eric first started doing the student shows, and because oh God, who was it? Because we got that group of 4, I think, and Brett was the only one who stuck around. Thank God.
Oh yeah, but yeah, the little tiny little Todd Harris. Forget that.
Yeah, with his Harris Country Club championship belt.
Yeah, it was like a paper thin like title that went around his waist almost twice over because he was so small.
Oh man, but no,
My
he,
God.
when he started coming up for the student shows, and then he became a little bit more of a frequent guy after new management had taken over, and he was one of the first guys that he and I really wanted to work with each other for a while. And here's how much of a raw deal he got. He got to work with me the night after Amber dove off the basketball hoop and put it through a table.
Good times.
I had that clip. I can't find it anymore.
Oh,
I had it.
brutal.
And
But-
then
and
Levi
then-
Spade did that, and we got banned from the fucking building. But
It wasn't Levi's fault. There's other things going on, and that building is
We
notoriously fickle.
problems in that building with our street fight.
Yeah,
I got in trouble for breaking chairs that
We
weren't.
didn't break anything though. That's the
We
ironic.
didn't break anything. We broke ourselves a lot.
Yeah,
They
I had 12
it was-
chairs fall on my
okay.
head.
Okay. All right. No. Y'all been asking me the tea for as long as I've been here. Now y'all got to spill the tea. Number one, what building are you talking about? What
Fairfield.
cap?
Okay. So it was me, Levi, and Cat versus JP,
I can't
Primer,
believe you had
and
to
Lee
fucking
Miller.
think about that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I couldn't remember which side you were on for a split second. I knew you were there. There's a few matches
I
you
was
were on the other
part of
side
the
from us.
fucking
I
Lovecraft
know.
family.
Shut up, dude. A lot of the shit has blurred my brain now because of head injuries. And
Jeez, I know the wrestling fucking business is forgetting about me. Now my own fucking tag team partner's forgetting about me.
so
Jesus Christ.
so
Anyways, go on.
so we were having a street fight, and there was no blood in the street fight. None of us bled. I don't think
Can
so.
we
anyway.
just
We just beat the ever loving crap out of each other, and we threw each other all over that building. We should have cut about 10 minutes out of the match. That's about the only thing.
more than 10 minutes?
Yeah, at least 10 minutes. But we were kind of just having it got to the point where we're like, we didn't call anything for any of this. We were just having fun at some point. And poor Alexander Lee's on the calling this
Oh,
match,
dude,
and
you
you
were
can hear him just dying.
You have to
Fucking
watch
drunk.
this match with the commentary. It's just been 6 drinks in deep, the
Yeah.
20 minutes of just pure comedy. Like,
And yeah, and then the Doc. So Randy starts the call with him, and all of a sudden Doc Ozone takes over.
Doc Ozone just comes out of nowhere.
It was so bad. Randy's like, I
Doc
can't do
Ozone.
this. I
Doc
can't do this.
Ozone.
So yeah,
So-
Oh my God. If
Levi
there's
jumped
one
off the
gift,
basketball hoop.
if there's one gift that professional wrestling has given me in this life
Yeah.
more than anything, is Doc motherfucking Ozone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Levi ended up jumping off the basketball hoop. I got thrown into a stack of tables and had chairs fall on me.
I pounced Lee Miller into a stack of chairs.
Yeah. So we didn't break anything per se, but I think they were grumpy with us.
Well, it's they claimed that we broke their chairs, which we didn't even use.
It was
any of
our
their
chairs.
They were our chairs, and then the basketball hoop, and then there was something else too.
Yeah.
That I don't think they just wanted us back there. I think that's what it was.
While
And
you're
then
watching it-
uh,
oh god.
was it Primer who ran another show in Fairfield?
Yeah, MPW.
And we got banned from there because apparently the door wasn't locked, and somebody got
Okay.
in
Okay.
and fucking
I'm sorry.
smeared shit all over the bathroom.
All right. On that bombshell, I am so sorry, and JP is going to be the only one who gets this, but I'm sorry, Dylan and Big Cat. With how y'all are dressed in this match, I thought I was watching a Knuckle Busters match for a second.
This is a street fight, man. I wasn't gonna wear my
It
gear.
was, if you
I'm
look
not
all the way-
judging. I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
I had cats in my fucking shirt.
Those-
Meow.
God, no, dude, you're wearing the Lovecraft shirt.
No,
No, you are wearing cats.
I'm
dude,
wearing
those-
cats.
Goddamn 3W belts. I put so much work into them. Do we really have to watch this again?
Just little highlights.
Well.
That was great.
This match is terrible.
I mean,
It's great for spots. This match was overall fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Primer picked up the chair and I was like,
That was the receipt for when I threw the. No, I did.
No,
I
this
just
is later.
threw the chair at you yet.
He busted my elbow up later on. Like, oh yeah, it was bad. You
As
can
I
hear
fuck-
that.
Dislocate my thumb fucking later in the match.
Snacks are flying, and everybody is wearing jeans. I don't know what is going on. But your heels are flying. Put your butt into it.
Everyone is wearing jeans, and I don't know what's going on.
Yep, that's
Mine are
been
yoga
Purr.
pants jeans, which is even better.
Oh, there was just a sidewalk slam on the floor.
That's where Levi got crippled.
There was just
Yeah,
Yeah, he almost got paralyzed there.
There was a sidewalk slam on the floor.
His life almost died. He was killed and brought back to life.
Must have hit some of those chairs, but he's down.
I can't think of anything else to progress with you.
Kendo sticks on the outside. Kendo sticks on the outside.
My favorite thing I did in this whole match is there's a plastic hand. There's a plastic Halloween hand. And I grabbed Primer by the face of it and put my hand on top of it. And you hear Ben go, "The claw with the claw!" It was just fucking stupid.
Dude, that stop sign that you fucking hit me with, you and Primer, had no give, and that fucking hurt.
Knee first. Ouch.
I would have just
Kind
donated
of
that.
hurt.
With that freaking kendo stick. Deer in the building.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know what that was, but it was loud. Children are.
I think this is where Big Cat actually
Still on a
fell
seat,
off.
taking a seat down, and that might be
Close
a
to
good
it.
idea. I'm glad
Oh,
I'm sitting down.
not
This
Yeah,
just
right.
makes me really glad the only beatings I take these days are from a 4-year-old.
Oh, Big Cat just kicked him in the next week, and down goes match is just utter up.
Good time.
Set him up. The worst place to be hit.
You're just trying to find where I throw the fucking chair at you? Is that what you're trying to find?
I must have been right there.
Levi's gonna try to
Probably
pick him up
was.
right now. Lee Miller is throwing
This right here, all of this here is
and there
pure
goes the
absolute
rest of his
chaos.
brain cells.
Swing
That was
that
like
shit
a
at
fucking
times.
donk.
No more. He's got a
This
medical
match is
boot.
so bad.
Oh, the anal kick of doom.
Medical boot. Anal kick of doom. A move he's been doing for 20 years. And he stole from Tim Kilgore. And is he gonna get him?
This fucking hurt, too.
He stole from Tim Kilgore.
Oh, this is
Oh,
where I
this-
start
oh, this
untying
shit.
fucking Greenleaf's shoes.
This
Greedy
scene
caught-
is literally
Greenleaf is
the
still there. Chris
definition of how
Perry's there.
horrible this match
And Mike
was.
Pullen still
This match
hasn't
is
thrown
so
anybody
bad.
out of the building.
Oh my god.
He says, screw it.
So we tried to get Lawless to swing at us at least 3 times in this match, and he would never swing at us.
Dylan Nix is just going Kobayashi on the back of JP O'Reilly's neck.
Oh, that's
He's working at
spatula.
five guys.
It was
I forgot about
That's not a nautical nightmare. That's the hash slinging slasher.
Big Cat. Yeah, laying out the law.
Levi, if you do it, I think
I wanted them to double stomp you right there.
You
by the
can
way.
see it didn't do anything. That was the worst camera angle.
I don't know if that was going to go. But it was
Hold on.
effective. Nix just has a hand.
I agree with Lee here.
Some skeleton hand.
This hit is so fucking
What is
bad.
happening, JP?
Why didn't I hit fucking...
What the hell is happening here, Carver? What is happening?
What the
Okay,
hell
can you
is
stop
happening
this
here,
match?
Carl?
Seriously, I don't want to fucking watch this match anymore. I'm tired of seeing this fucking god awful goddamn match.
Oh, it's not even the worst one I've ever had. Actually, okay, so we do have a couple like actual wrestling questions to ask. So, favorite title belt?
Ooh, that's you know what? I'm wow. You know what? Excuse me. I'm
Uh-oh.
an idiot. I'm ashamed that I had to think about this.
Uh-oh. As he breaks. Shit just breaking.
purpose.
Shut your damn mouth.
Shit just breaking.
Breaks.
I didn't break nothing. Shut up.
Zach gets up, fire starts to ride.
Says he said he didn't break anything and he could fucking hear us.
Crying out loud. Why did I even have to think about this?
Oh, I get that one actually in the back room.
What's that?
I get the same belt in the back room.
Yeah.
You don't have your headset on. You probably can't hear me. So,
No, I couldn't.
I said I've
Yeah.
got the same one in the back room. I also have the FTW.
I love
mean-
it that you
I don't
didn't know they couldn't hear you, and he was like,
Yeah, I'm an
"What's
idiot.
that?"
Shut up.
But yeah, like I don't know. Because I remember one of the very first pay-per-view DVDs that I actually owned was 06 One Night Stand. And I remember watching the extra promo from the very first televised ECW where Paul handed that title to Rob Van Dam, and Rob Van Dam in his infinite wisdom said, "Hey, you know what, Paul, this is really cool, but you know what, I think I'm going to keep this one too. You know why? Spins.
This one spins.
Spins.
So okay. Speaking of that belt, who is your
Okay.
favorite holder of that belt?
Does it specifically need to be that fun? But
Well, I just
Or-
not the WWE
but the
version,
easy,
we'll say
but
that,
the
yeah.
okay. So
ECW one,
my
yeah.
favorite EC. I mean, there are so many great options.
They
and
will
I
be
mean,
judging.
Well, I mean, I also did have the privilege of working with a former ECW champion, so I mean, I may be a little bit biased towards Shane Douglas a little bit, but I mean,
I'm sorry. Stop the presses for 5 seconds and rewind
What?
the whole story. You get to work Shane Douglas.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wrestled a one-on-one with Shane Douglas.
yeah.
Please elaborate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was right after I'd actually won the main state title.
right.
After they had kept me on that chase for 9 goddamn months. Like JP will confirm with you, literally every time they told me that I was winning the fucking belt, they told me I wasn't winning the fucking belt. And then yeah.
I was supposed to win the IWE belt, and then I broke my tailbone in Ultimate Survival.
So yeah. So it was right after I won the main state title, and they had brought in Shane Douglas as no, it was when I won it for the second time. Because this was right when everything was going downhill. So for context, Amber had just won the IWE championship, and in the same night I won the main state title for the second time. So they bring in Shane Douglas for the next 2 shows, and the Fairfield show is me and Shane Douglas, and then the Brewer show is going to be Amber and Shane.
All right.
Now, which I get to Fairfield, I am losing my mind because like I've watched Shane Douglas plenty.
Yeah, it's freaking Shane Douglas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how confused I was? The fact that I stood eye to eye with this man.
Yeah, Shane's not super tall. He's what, 6'1"?
But like, okay, let's think for a second. First
Yeah.
time I had actually seen Shane Douglas was like on a VHS tape from 1999.
Yeah.
So looks pretty big on TV.
No, yeah.
But anyway, he's super nice guy, super cool. He's sitting there. He's like, oh yeah, we'll just keep it simple. We'll have some fun. But I wanted to let you know they also showed me your promo. Good stuff. Really enjoyed it. That's not the funny part of the story. And we have our match. He goes over on me, whatever.
Of course, yeah.
He does a little promo. I give him one back. I say, you know what? Let's have a little bit more fun. I got an ECW chant going at the very end, and he gets back in the ring, and he goes, you know what? You just reminded me of something else. You started an ECW chant, and then he goes ahead and gives the introductions for the other 2 members of the Triple Threat, Chris Candido and Bam Bam Bigelow. And he holds up the 3, and it was just such a cool moment to be a part of, because like he's actually sitting there just giving like an actual introduction of like how they would be announced coming down to the ring, and I'm just like, this is neat to be a part of.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's not the funniest part of the night. The funniest part of the night is the conversation that I was sitting next to Shane Douglas while he had a very, 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 very stupid question asked to him. So I'm just going to protect the names of the dumb. We're gonna refer to the we're just gonna refer to this person as Tic Tac because everybody gets to know immediately who I'm talking about. If there is one person that Shane Douglas really despises in the wrestling business, and he's been very vocal about that, who is
Ric
that
Flair.
person? Just
Ric Flair.
Okay, Ric Flair. Let's think a little bit
Shawn
higher,
Michaels.
a little bit more in the billionaire
Vince McMahon?
range. There
Vince?
you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm working my way up the ladder. I'll get
Yeah.
there.
I literally in this moment, my brain paused, and I just heard that audio clip of y'all want to see a dead body, because this guy looked Shane Douglas dead
Logan
in his
Paul.
eyes. No, this guy looked Shane Douglas dead in his eyes. And by the way, I couldn't see who had said that, but I'm gonna smack it the next time I see you.
Yeah.
But this guy looked him dead in his eyes, and he goes, "Hey, I got a question about ECW. I remember reading an article about how everything about Paul being in control was just optics, and that it was actually Vince funding everything at the time. The look that Shane Douglas gave me can only be described of, is he fucking serious right now?
It's actually that moment.
That's
it is
a huge rumor, though.
It's a Family Guy moment. Actually, Vince was funneling money to ECW for a little bit.
Funneling money to Paul, not to ECW.
Paul. Yeah. But no, all I can think is the episode of Stu where Stewie's like, "Are you serious?" and does the whole head tilt.
I hate
You
that
see
we
Shane
have
Douglas
these cool
like-
matches I want to fucking look up
serious?
and I can't find them.
So, by the way, Shane Douglas is one of my favorites. Also, I will
Yeah.
admit that.
Get Shane on the podcast.
Dude, I'm not joking. Do you know how much I've been poking at Primer and Neil to get Shane Douglas up here? I'm like, I told Primer, I'm like, I don't care if it's a 30-second match and I take the franchiser and I get pinned. I will take that match.
Okay.
I'm not even joking. Hit me with the franchiser. 1, 2, 3. I work with Shane Douglas.
Some of the rumors of like what was booked for MPW, like for like tag team.
Dude,
It's like-
I'll be honest.
Like no fucking way you're gonna get those.
Yo.
these guys
I'll be
here.
honest. I've talked to a couple people about stuff, and yes, there's been things that have been very close. So one of the things I'm going to pull back.
Our
to
match
Burton
was
for
very
5
close.
seconds.
I'm still pissed about it.
One of our matches, we were supposed to have the Rock and Roll Express help us out. That was Ricky
Yep.
Morton and Kerry Morton. What had happened was when the date come up, I guess Ricky was ready for it. Kerry was ready to come up for it. What had happened was NWA booked them for the exact same night. And you kind of have to go with the nationwide company.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Yeah,
Still
I
so
don't,
sad
I
about
don't
that.
think anybody can judge them for that decision.
No. I wasn't even like, I heard that and I was kind of like, yeah, no, that's legit. I've done the same thing.
that's what happened with Randy Carter with what's his face? I can't remember that was supposed to come up for AEW, and he's like, I'm going to the show in the UK. And it's like he's like Randy's like, yeah. Wembley, yeah, go for it. I'm not gonna fucking be pissed about it.
A good one was, what was it? There was actually one of the funniest things speaking of this. Sorry, Zach, I didn't mean to waylay you here in the stories, just because it made me think of it. We had back when Vacation Land was running, the owners came up to me more than once and they're like, "Oh yeah, so we're gonna kind of get this person and this person and this person, and yeah, I've been talking to the Young Bucks and they're gonna come in." And I went, blink, what? They're like, "Yeah, the Young Bucks." I was like, "You mean the executive vice presidents of the second biggest wrestling company in the world are gonna come here to Maine to Brewer and wrestle for $40-$50 in front of 150 people?" I don't think so.
Yeah, and I make
What?
$100K a year on my OnlyFans. Like, what the hell kind of lies are you telling?
Exactly.
I don't know
Like-
if I don't know if I should say this, but wasn't there fucking the Dudleys mentioned at one point
Yeah, Devon
for
can't wrestle anymore.
MPW?
Yeah. At the time he could, but
And the Hardys.
empty promises. Yeah.
Hardy's technically could happen. The only reason I say that technically could happen is because they're wrestling for TNA right now, and TNA does have open contracts where you can go work independent dates. So if they want to shell out the money and get the Hardys up here, that's on them.
I'll wrestle Hardys. Get my ass kicked. I'll take a fucking Swanton shit. I don't give shit.
I can start judging
the fate.
Swantons. Who's the hardest Swanton I've ever taken? Leaks, Ambers, or Jeff Hardy's?
I bet you Jesse Nolan will tell you Ambers.
Listen,
What's that fucking
listen.
Jesus.
There is nothing there for me. You want to talk about something that fucking hurt? Let's talk about an Amber Swanton when she was angry.
Yeah, I think this is what happened to Jess too.
I will never ever forget watching.
Yeah.
I think I've ever taken an Amber Swanton.
I remember
never
there was a
wrestled Amber.
time. I remember there was a time when we were all practicing, and Amber had the crash pad down in the corner, and the distance was just off enough, and the look I saw on Amber's face, I never want to see again.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No,
it's
no,
probably
no,
like
no.
that match I screwed up on, and I started getting the shit kicked out of me.
Yeah, when you get chopped the fuck out of.
Yep. Let's not go into there. Actually, speaking of the hard moves, what is the worst bump you've ever taken, and what's the worst bump you've ever seen?
Worst I've ever taken.
I think I know.
Oh, please enlighten me. But I would love to hear your guess.
Oh boy.
I feel like it's one of our tag matches. I feel Or maybe it was you and maybe Ricker. I'm not.
I don't remember any bad ones with. No, I think you saw one of them. That suplex that I took where I got through, where I have no memory of rolling out of the ring. Which, by the way, literally very next night, you guys were just talking about Vacation Land. Yeah, I had the owner of Vacation Land launched into me. Yeah, we both collided.
Oof.
Had skull to skull. So that sucked.
Speaking of that, I might be doing a show on March 8th.
Are you gonna do that one?
I might.
You're ruining your career.
What?
You're ruining your career. Stop doing garbage things for garbage people.
It's not the worst thing we've ever done.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hang on, it may beat that.
As for the worst I've ever seen, ugh. See, there's a
any
lot.
JT match.
No. I'm going to say this, and I feel so horrible because I cannot remember her name, but it was in Orono, and it was one of the Let's Wrestle Scramble matches.
I already know where you're going with this. That was Serena, and that was the Poison
Serena.
Rana.
Yeah, the Poison Rana.
Ugh.
Yeah, oh God. Yeah. That was one of the worst things I'd ever seen, and I was so glad she ended up being okay. But I know she.
I remember I was there for that too. I was either in the crowd or running music. I can't remember what I was doing.
My wife I remember went up to Randy and was like, "Do you need me to take her to the hospital?"
Yeah.
So
and all I remember is it was TJ and someone else in the ring, and they called the end on the fly so they could finish it up because she rolled out, and Obro and I think Murdoch were both there, and they rolled over and were like, "Are you good?" So
we talk about this too all the time, but we've never fucking shown it.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Your discretion advised on this one.
Yeah, this is gross.
This is gross.
So I am glad she's okay. Shout out. She's actually I think she's a dental hygienist now, actually. Yeah. And yep. The body don't fold that way.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, the slow-mo way.
I don't know if it was I think it was just mistimed.
Just mistimed.
Because I think TJ just did not kick off, honestly. And no hit on TJ, man. That guy is a great worker, great guy. Cool. And it was just a mistime.
Yeah. No, I don't really think that, like, and here's the thing, like at the end of the day, what we're doing is live performance. You know, we can't sit there and meticulously go over everything over and over again. Yeah. There's always going to be risk, and nobody can sit here and really fault anybody at the end of the day.
So like she was up and
I gotta say too. I gotta say, Dad is whenever somebody's hurt, Dad is always the first one right there through the curtain. Like
he'll make sure everyone's good.
Okay.
He let me say this about Ben, and I say this in the nicest way possible. He is the most deceptive person you will ever meet because he is one of those people who like truly makes you believe that he hates all of fucking humanity. But the second that he knows that he actually cares about you, he will freaking go to war.
Yeah.
He's just a very good person. Such an amazing guy.
Some promoter 100%. Was trying to fuck with his students, and he let them know.
I've heard
like I will drive to your house and beat the shit out of you in your front yard.
Yeah.
He said like
why I love my Ben.
The things that I have heard come out of Ben's mouth, to this day, my favorite will still be, "I will come over there and piss on your rhubarb."
That's what I love about Ben too. It makes no sense. Like you kind of get an insult.
Hold on. I don't. Not everybody here was this, but this is one of my favorite Ben moments.
Oh God!
Out in the wild. Oh, this is not. Oh shit! This is not it. This is not the right one. Shit!
I am gonna have to find.
Hold on.
I'm gonna have to find the Ben video that I have from that first same trip we were talking about earlier, from when he had decided that I was gonna do the rest of his takeout order, the Stewie Griffin voice. Ben apparently is super against the idea of lifted trucks because the rant that he went on, oh my God. He literally screamed as I'm recording, just so I can show this lifted truck. He's screaming as loud as he can. Look at this shit. He's going slow. He's got a jacked up truck for his fucking tiny dick. And then as soon as I turn the camera back around and I say, what have I gotten myself into? Ben finishes the video with, I hope you don't send that to your pastor.
Oh man.
Where the fuck is it? Is it this one?
I have a
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
there's
we
a Snapchat I have.
God
years ago.
Damn it. I need to hook this thing
Fuck
together
is
right.
it?
I think it's-
There it is. I found it. Okay.
I think it's
All right. Oh dear.
Well,
What?
speaking of finding stuff, Nix, can you find that fucking
No.
promo for
Oh yeah, give me a sec. I actually know where it is, so give me a sec.
So the bowling alley where it's, I think it's Primer's like just best man hanging out type thing before his wedding, if I remember correctly. And we're just shooting the shit, and Ben and fucking Primer show up. We're just having a blast, fucking throwing those balls, dude. How many times we throw those balls and donkeys would jump the opposite lane and just hit the other balls that's going down, and they fucking shoot halfway across the thing. I thought we were gonna get kicked out at one point.
Oh my
It was
God.
so fucking funny.
And this is making me really, really glad that I've actually not actively made plans to go axe throwing with that man. Because I love axe throwing. If I went with Ben, that might end up in a felony.
There's
So-
one in Bangor apparently that you can do that.
Yeah.
I can't pull this up on here, so I have to play it from my phone. But this was August 2019 at the Skowhegan State Fair. This is Ben introducing Matt Mahoney from behind the curtain.
Accompanied to the ring by Russ and Robbie, wearing the entire color orange, the runner-up of the 2013 Rating Contest of Litchfield, Mr. Matt Mahoney.
He literally looked at me and he
God,
forgot what your name was.
I'm so yeah. Thanks, Ben. Fucker. Oh, and by the
What's
way,
even better is when he actually completely forgets your name and just calls you your shoe name.
he then made it worse by calling my opponent Dexter's most popular male stripper of
Jesus
2019.
Christ.
And considering who my opponent was for that match, I just want to dry heave thinking about it.
I'm tired of
Okay,
this.
who was
What
it?
was that?
Done it, but
I'm just gonna put it like this.
so he has a fucking one of those granny things for fucking bowling.
Jesus Christ.
He put it in center. And it's still in fucking.
Oh my God, Ben.
I love hanging out with Dad. That's fucking awesome.
I remember the last time that I had actually gotten him to really chuckle, which by the way, everybody here knows about Ben's trademark laugh, right? Like everybody knows the one where he really gets going because no, not that one. This is everybody thinks that I'm talking about that one. Ethan Scott learned the hard way. That's not the one I'm referring to, because when Ben really thinks something's funny, he does not ha ha ha. No, when Ben thinks something's funny, you'll hear this fucking noise.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
Okay.
the one you know.
Oh my God. I the last time that I'd gotten him, so a couple friends and I, we had gone to a concert in Bangor. We had gone to see Judas Priest. Me, I'm that asshole who went for the opener. But
You went for Sabaton.
yes.
Yeah, so did I, but someone was late and we missed freaking Kingdom of Heaven.
Was that me?
Yes, that was you.
I was late.
You were late.
Wow.
We missed the first two songs.
Wow.
Oh,
You whore. How dare you? So anyway, right before Judas Priest is about to wrap up, me and Ethan Scott was like, yeah, why don't we go over to the bar that Ben works at real quick, say hi. Because I was crashing with Ethan that night, driving home in the morning. And I went over, we went over to the bar, and Ben wasn't expecting to see me, but he comes up, he gives me a big hug, and he goes, "Oh, so what did you think of the concert?" I was like, "Well, I mean, Sabaton was great, and Judas Priest was great, but I feel like they really cranked up the volume when Judas Priest came out."
Yeah,
He
you
was-
couldn't understand Halford at all.
He was like, "Really? Was it that bad?" I said, "Dude, it was like they turned the volume not up to 10, not up to 11, but fuck your ears in the head they wrote in on."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only song I remember from the entire Priest set, another thing coming. I was because I recognized it, and one of their new songs is called newer song is called "Crown of Horns,"
Mhm.
and that's the first time I've ever heard it, and I was like, I fell in love with that song. So
Yeah.
hold on, I found that promo by the way.
Yes.
I
My
gotta bring it
favorite promo.
Yeah,
My
give me a
favorite
second.
promo. It's this one, and then the one with King Eric and
All
him.
right, ready?
Yeah. Full screen this bitch.
Purple.
Oh my.
Nice, pretty. Where you at? You got going on? You got the donkey too. Hey, kids.
Hello.
So, Lee, we got to talk about this, man.
What?
Yeah.
This is really cool, man. We're all here at NCW. We all come down from Maine. Yeah. Come down as Maine as a group.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a group.
It's a group, right?
Yeah.
Almost like a posse? Hey, wait. Does that mean we get to be the main?
Don't you?
Yes.
Sorry, Dad.
No,
I love Jess at the end. Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad. A little bit behind the curtain for that too. I wasn't supposed to say the posse part. Spencer was. He completely forgot. So I was like, "Oh shit! What? Like a posse?"
I can't get over the arms. She's fucking.
The
worst
pulls
part-
his pants
That's
up
just
like
like
you're like
gross.
Oracle. And
We did
fucking-
that was one take, by the way. One take. And I'm sitting there trying not to burst out laughing because I'm like, I knew the minute I saw Ben grab his shorts, I'm like, oh god, those run up under his nipples.
He's another one of those guys. He's another one of those guys too. Like I've honestly said, like you guys asked her, I was like, if there was ever a chance for one more run on me, if I was ever going to have that one more run, he's who I'd want to end it with, and I've told him that.
Yeah.
Just because like Ben and I have had so much fucking fun when we wrestled together. Y'all want to know one of the weirdest spots not one of the weirdest, but one of the craziest spots I ever did with Ben. So fatal 4-way match.
Yawning.
It's me, Ben, Calvin Strange, and Amber. Larry's doing a benefit show. I'm the only heel going over that night.
Oh Jesus. All right.
Literally the only heel. They decide that we're going to do a Tower of Doom spot. Amber is on the top rope getting ready. I stop, go for the big freaking
the base, I'm
the
assuming.
big fall away. Yeah, big
Yeah.
fall away. Calvin under one leg, Ben under the other. There is one photo where Ben looks like he is in so much pain trying to lift me up. And I will never be able to find the meme again, but I made it a joke about it. I said, "Oh Jesus, who thought it was a good idea to lift this fat motherfucker?"
The only Tower of Doom spot I ever did was with Ace, and I'll never do it over again.
I have that picture. I'm not gonna
See,
lie.
my thing is, I'll take a Tower of Doom spot as long as I'm on top. I'll be the guy taking like the suplex or the power bomb because I can take my own bump at that point. I don't want to be in the middle because that's just death.
Oh, also, Zach, you're the only one that will get this reference.
Oh God.
But I have a little friend with me here.
What's this? There's magic in the air.
So
a little shout out to you.
So like there's multiple promotions that you could always come back. MPW run by Neil and Primer. Got MEW there in the chat. Bell to bell.
Here's the other thing, and this is 100% like one of the biggest reasons why I don't immediately just dive in and say, you know what, I want to go for it. Because the thing is, I know number one, wasn't always the most consistent when it came to a lot of things, when it came to like actually taking care of myself physically and make sure that my health was okay, and also like making sure that my conditioning was still good. Didn't always like when I really look at it, didn't always treat everything with the most utmost respect. And that is one thing that I would definitely want to change. The other thing is like, I mean, I know that, if I want it bad enough, I'd make it work. The closest ring to me is an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
And I, got a 4-year-old. So
yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, so it's just like my priorities are in a different place. If it were to happen somewhere down the road and we're able to work out somehow, it would be great. But at the same time, I am gonna hold on to the memories that I do have because I had a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I give JP so much shit, but oh my god, the amount of times that we were just sitting there
Point the other way.
being complete. Well, for me, he's over here. So I'm pointing the way that I'm pointing. And you know what? It's going to be
You're
even
still
funnier.
funny up there,
It's going to be even funnier because then viewers are going to be like, "Why the hell are they switching?" He's still not pointing at the right guy.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
But
It's all right. At least I don't wait. At least I don't wave to the
wave goodbye to the audio listeners.
Fuck you. I was so tired. I'm still doing the same work that I was doing. So,
but no, like I
Okay.
look back at all the memories that I made and all the laughs that I had. Like Jesus Christ, another good one for you, real quick. We were talking about the Mutts earlier.
There we go.
We were talking about the Mutts earlier. I'll give you a great one about the Mutts. We're doing King of New England. Griff was supposed to be the surprise entrant for the night because they had just split as a team. And the entire bit was Griff was coming out, eliminating Randy, and then he was going to do a taker dive and eliminate himself. I'm standing in the back.
Wait, didn't this actually happen?
Yes. I
know what this is.
Yes.
He's telling the story.
I'm telling the
Yeah,
story
he's
about
telling
what
the
happened.
story.
next.
Shut the fuck up and let him tell the story.
God damn.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I know you turned on me, but that was years ago. Like, y'all invited me. Okay.
Yeah, he's a guest on this podcast. You won't shut the fuck up for 15 fucking seconds for him to talk. Holy shit. You know, originally as a producer, you were supposed to be on Discord shutting the fuck up and controlling the show in the back. And I was being nice because everybody decided not to show up on the
Tell me
show.
how you really feel.
There we go.
Oh wow. This is the episode where it's all imploded. And this just goes ahead and confirms the theory that Zach ruins everything.
Walking into fire just starts.
Don't start, JP. I'll start ruining Disney movies for you. And I mean really ruining them.
Try me. Oh, Hannah just said, "Don't you dare."
JP, that's a very dangerous thing to say, and you're probably gonna get a message from me after this now.
And I'm gonna reiterate the message back.
So anyway, Griff, Randy, and I were in the back. We're all talking. They've already got their spot planned. We're all figuring out. And me and Randy start having a conversation, and Griff just reaches for something. It's the most random thing he can find. You know what he finds? You know those stupid little push broom things that like are supposed that have like the adhesive on them, and they pick up all that all the crap off the carpets or whatever. He picks up one of those and he just starts pushing it around. And by the way, back of Cityside is still disgusting. That floor is not ever going to be clean. He's just pushing.
Now they did a lot of work there.
Well, no. I'm sorry, not the like actual room that we would perform in. The actual back changing area.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. They've done a lot of work back there.
So anyway, he just starts pushing it around, and Randy just looks at him and goes, "What in the hell are you doing?" Griff, without missing a beat, just looks at him and goes, "What does it look like? I'm cleaning." I can't help myself. The first thing I say, the first thing that comes to my head is, "Oh my God, Griff, you look like a discount Kenny Omega." Randy immediately responds with, he starts cracking up into laughter and immediately responds with, "Oh my God, he's the Swiffer."
Jesus Christ.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The Swiffer kid.
Oh my gosh. Fucking I've seen Randy Carver pissed. Fucking on the road. I'm not gonna explain what happened, but there was a rib that happened, and oh my god, it was bad.
Which one were you talking about?
When the Limitless Championship disappeared.
Oh my god. Oh.
I'm not gonna give out names.
Someone took the title belt, moved it from point A to point B, and no one told Randy, as a rib,
joke.
And Randy went from 0 to 1.6 billion.
Let me explain something to you guys, to the people who are listening. You don't fuck with Randy on show days because he's already stressed as it is. He wants to make sure it's perfect.
Yeah.
So you leave Randy the fuck alone.
I avoid Randy. Like I'll be at Limitless tomorrow.
Randy. Yeah.
I'll be at Limitless tomorrow, and I'll be like, Randy, what do you need? Cool. If you need me, I'll be over there.
Yeah. I was like, what do you need me to do? Like over there. Like,
I've known Randy
yeah.
6 years.
It's like, so as a rib, somebody took the belt and hit it, and oh my god, I
Yeah.
thought he was going to cancel everything of how pissed he was.
AZ's
like-
looking for the bell when no one knows what it is. Or
Everybody
like,
was
where the hell's
looking
the
for
bell?
it.
And all of us are like, no.
Oh my gosh, it was
Oh my
so
God.
bad.
That. Oof.
Yeah,
that and
yeah.
Ace screaming at Dozer was kind of funny, but
Yeah. I've never seen Randy Carver pissed. I've never really seen him pissed. Thankfully.
I've had him mad at me once, but that was a different story.
But yeah,
He wants to.
I haven't yet to have him mad at me,
Worst
thankfully.
decision,
You're
worst
lucky.
feeling ever.
No, actually, that's a lie.
yeah.
I did have him mad at me recently by accident.
Why?
I was half awake and I showed up late to the show with the trailer. The trailer's out back. And didn't know that the trailer is basically being held on by a thread. So I'm half awake. I've been working all day and got here to set the ring. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fucking tired. So somebody's chatting and I go take a plop. Well, I didn't even really plop. I just like looked at the fucking like, oh, that's a nice place to sit. Sat on the trailer and fucking oh, like rust, everything. I'm like, oh my god, shit. Like, well, I gotta tell Randy. And oh, he was so pissed at me. I'm like, I'll pay for it. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to. I didn't know.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's all right. It's good, but it's like, I was like, oh, like he's like, this is why I fucking told everybody don't touch. Like I just got here. I'm sorry, I didn't hear this conversation. Like,
This is what I gotta say about Randy though. I've seen Randy hot, and Randy does get hot occasionally on show days, especially. He'll get mega hot, but it's only for like 5 minutes.
yeah,
He'll get
and then he's
super
good.
like, ah! But he has to just. It's kind of it's the old adage. I'll get over it, but I gotta be dramatic about it first. He's not dramatic. He's really pissed, and then usually it's like 5 minutes later. He's cool. He cools right down. And he's like, all right, let's do it. You know.
But at
like-
the same
it's-
time, I don't think
we're
you're gonna
good now.
find. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find many more people as passionate as Randy Carver.
Oh,
when it
absolutely
comes to
not.
that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's
the
it
guy.
is yeah, it's insane.
All
Well,
right.
do we have any more questions or anything else we want to talk to Zach about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Just I hope like some people are throwing in the chat. They'd love to see a Big Moxley versus JP.
J Pizzle.
Yeah, we only had surprisingly enough after he had turned heel on me, we only had one singles match against each other.
Yeah, it was a really good match too.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
It's
fun,
really
and I will never forget. I will never forget how as soon as we locked up in that match, you and I started laughing about the promo that we had cut on each other because
we were,
because you and I you were like really going it. You would try to go all in on it, and right at first you would like talk. You was just talking all this. He was talking all this shit about how rightful main state champion should be him. Blah, 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 blah. And I came out and I looked back. He's like, you know, if you really believe that, I will gladly give you your opportunity. But I can't help but think about one thing that you said just a couple months ago, JP. Remember what you said when you looked right into the camera as you held up your newly won IWE Tag Team Championship with Ricky Williams? You remember what you said? You looked right at the camera and you said, Matt Mahoney, look what I was able to do without you. Well, look what I was able to do without you, bitch. And
Got
the
promos
moment that
we
we
had.
and the moment that we locked up, the immediate laughter we both burst into, and we're trying so hard not to freaking.
Dude, I hate that too when you work with someone enough, or you're just really good friends with someone. You lock up and you just kind of look at each other and go, and you realize we all love wrestling, but
Oh, yeah.
wrestling's ridiculous. We
Oh,
get
and-
it's ridiculous, and sometimes it just hit. Yeah,
Like the moment that you really realize how ridiculous it is.
yeah.
I will never forget the day that I completely broke somebody. Somebody had only shown up for like a couple of training sessions, but they were like, oh, I want to take this serious, man. I'm like, you can't take it that serious. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, you got to have some fun with it, because at the end of the day, we're all a bunch of dudes wrestling over a belt and none of us wear pants.
Exactly. I wear shorts technically. So.
You guys like my new gear?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's got the Eric Johnson.
I did. I got the Jiving
Yeah.
Jimmy. I bought it. I
He
did.
bought the purple and green Jiving Jimmy set. Means I gotta actually make a purple and green set of fucking gear now. God damn it, Cat.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, smack you.
Oh man.
Just wear your purple set. You got purple and silver.
We-
It's fine.
No,
my
I don't want to
God.
wear pants again.
That could be a whole segment right there. How many strange ways have you seen it, or how many strange reasons is a tag team broken up?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, actually, so I'll be honest, Kat. The only reason I won't wear the purple set again is because that's the Seawolf set, and that's retired from competition unless it's with Levi again.
The fuck? I want to wear that next show.
You wear it. I'll figure something out.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'll figure something out.
I only
You're gonna-
have one request before this podcast is over.
Oh
That's
dear
Okay.
God.
one request.
Hardcore nudity.
I need.
I was kidding. Bye. I'm
Listen.
leaving.
Listen, this show has
Censored.
not been rated by the E ESRB. It is definitely rated M for mature because of strong suggestive language.
Yeah,
I was just waiting for our viewership. We have like a few viewers up in the corner. I was waiting for that to go to
It went
zero
from
real
like
quick.
5 to 2. I was like, oh no.
It goes from like
Ay, ay,
10 to 0. Well, Andy just broke the
I
show.
have one impersonation request.
ay. Oh God.
I would love to hear Stewie Griffin
Oh boy.
do Steiner math. Just lock it in.
The fact that he has this memorized actually makes me
No, I
kinda
don't.
happy. No.
Oh, it's okay if you don't.
He has to look
I
it
do.
up.
I do have to look it up.
The numbers are the numbers.
So talk amongst yourselves like you're subject to peanut is neither a pea nor a nut.
No,
Was that your Stewie impression?
No, that's a it was a Mike Myers character on Saturday Night Live. It's a Jewish lady, and I just cannot do the accent correctly.
leave the voices to the professionals here.
All right.
Shut up. I'm an amateur. I know I am. I just have fun with it.
I cannot believe I'm about to do this.
Someone record this. Oh, Cat's
Oh,
recording. We're good.
yes, saying like, yeah, it's not live or anything.
This is a clip. This is
All
gonna
right.
become a clip.
So excited.
This is what I was brought here to do. I knew it was gonna happen eventually. I really did. But here we go. I can't even. I'm gonna actually minimize my screen because I can't look at you guys while I do this. I just can't.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe and you can see that statement is not true. You see, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you've got a 50-50 chance of winning. But me, I'm a genetic freak and I'm not normal. See, so you've got a 25% chance at best at beat me. Then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastic go down. See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 and a third percent chance of winning, but I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me and he's not even going to try. So Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance, and you've got an 8 and 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we was to go one-on-one, damn it, my fucking phone's locked up. And then add my 66 and 2/3%, I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
My poor girlfriend's sitting on the couch next to me right now, and I just start cracking up, and she looks at me, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Oh, that's perfect. That's the perfect way to
I'm
end this.
so glad that I picked that. I was like, man, what can we do with Steiner math promo?
Oh shit!
and how fitting, the other impression, the other impression I was doing Gandalf earlier. The perfect line comes to mind. I wish this podcast had never come to me. So do I. And so do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide.
Oh shit! Oh
my
fuck!
See,
cheeks.
Hey,
Oh,
listen. If there was one thing you could always say I was good for, JP, I was always good at making you laugh.
I was gonna say there
My cheeks hurt.
were times that you and I literally would be sitting on the sidewalk at Cityside, literally having like mental breakdowns, and the only thing that could ever break my entire manic episode of whatever I was having would just be you just throwing a one-liner in any impression, and I would just immediately just like my depression was cured. Like that's all it took.
The one-liners have not stopped. However, I've come to find a few in my own voice. I will say, they're oh god, I had a real zinger the other night. And I think that you would really appreciate. Like the only reason why it popped into my head, it was such a Ben line, I was almost disgusted. And my statement went, and I quote: "Public parking is kind of like an orgy. It only takes one jerk off trying to get into 2 spots to ruin the whole night for everybody."
Wow. Wow. And this is how we get canceled.
Well, it was 40 episodes. Fantastic, guys. So I'm glad
Okay, hold on a minute. What did I say that was so wrong?
Nothing. We're just messing, man.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure y'all said worse before I got here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, me and Kat's conversation when we first opened the podcast pretty much broke that barrier. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh God, Stewie Steiner. I'm still trying to get over that.
Stewie
That
Steiner.
was great.
Now we need Gandalf doing a Rock promo. Any Rock.
And now he's looking.
He's like, I'm gonna find. Could be any era of Rocky.
Any.
Oh, hey, easy there, dog.
Well, then since we're wrapping it up, I'll just make it easy. I won't use a full-on promo. I'll use one of his we'll use one of his more recent quotes. You ready for this?
Sure.
And since it's Gandalf, of course, because he can't go 2 seconds without insulting Peregrine Took. Off is the direction that you can fuck.
Jesus Christ. Holy fuck, dude. Oh.
Oh my god.
The look of absolute disappointment and regret on Big Cat's face as I said that.
Oh my god.
No, the absolute look of disappointment on Big Cat's face is when he knows that we're starting the podcast and JP and I are just going to shenanigans and Levi comes on here and there's more than,
I'm surprised Levi wasn't on tonight.
Yeah, where is that little, so-and-so?
Little fucker. I don't know.
I think he's done with us.
He might be. He hasn't been on an episode for a while.
Halfway across the country, he's like, fuck you guys.
He's like, fuck you guys, I'm a heel now. I'm Levi Spade.
Oh,
I'm waiting for my phone to blow up now and be like, fuck you, Dylan.
Samuel Matthews, that's another fucking thing. We haven't seen him for very
Fuck him.
Is he still on the show?
I don't care.
Samuel who?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit.
Oh my.
I
really?
I think we're out of questions and stuff.
Yeah, I think so, man.
Yeah, I think
so. We'll do like
It's
we
all
normally
good.
do with a guest, and we'll say, plug your
Get the
stuff.
fuck out of here. No, just
Where are you at? Where can we find you? Do you have anything coming up? And all the fun stuff.
As for coming up, nothing immediate, nothing really going on. As for finding me, that's actually going to be getting harder because I'm currently in the process of getting rid of a lot of my social media. I don't really don't really post a lot. It just honestly, guys, I'm going to be straight up. Social media is too fucking depressing for me. It's like it's too much. And on top of that, I'm just gonna be straightforward. There are too many people that I have on social media that I do not care about, and like the people that I do care about, if you're gonna just post a picture of your head, if I want to see your head, I will eventually see it in real life. That's the other thing.
Yeah, JP.
No, I get that. So, you're gonna be still active on like the Tic Tac.
I mean, I still.
You have quite the following.
Yeah.
Realistically,
3,000 followers. I mean, I
but I got.
You have a theme. You have a content base. Like you have something that you can do that people always come back to and watch.
Yeah. So I mean that is true. That is probably the one place you guys can continue to follow me, and that's Zach Hocamp VO. That's where you can find me on most things. Yeah, because that's the shoot last name. That's the horrible shoot last name that everyone can fit.
We've yelled at each other. We've yelled our real names at each other in the show plenty of times.
Dylan, have you ever had your entire training class say that because of your last name you need a pimp gimmick?
Nope.
Yeah, I have.
There it is.
And it gets worse. You want to know what my middle name is? Dick.
Ooh. It's all right. I feel that. I'll tell my real name story at some point. I did that on purpose, you asshats.
Oh, thank God the mic was off because that sound would have been ungodly.
So I love when I do stuff like that on purpose. And I think I actually done it on accident when I fully set myself up for it.
See,
I don't think they're
even
talking
have a
about you, buddy. I think they're talking about me almost deep
I was
throating.
talking about Big Cat.
Yeah. Oh my
Big
god.
Cat, you're not supposed to flatiate the mic.
I
That's,
don't
that's
even
not the
have
way
a
we do
mic,
this.
so I mean, I guess I didn't. Since we're all
And that's why they call him
Okay.
Beer Can.
JP, I'm convinced that's what you do with about 7 cans of those a day. So like, I'm convinced you don't sip those casually. You slurp them.
I got
Also, Bang's gross, man. It's chemically.
I
It's way too
literally
chemically.
had somebody at work, my second job, tell me this today. They're like, dude, you're gonna die one day. And I'm like, God, I fucking hope so. But at the same time, I was like, what do you mean? They're like, you drink those so fast. And I go, I'm just taking sips. And he goes, nah, you taking slurps. I'm like, oh.
JP, like, I need you to
Yeah.
understand something. You get the same look when it comes to energy drinks as I do to buffalo wings. Like, come on now. This is an intervention episode, actually. This is actually why they invited me on the show. They invited me to have a talk.
Speaking of slurping drinks down real quick, I got to tell this really funny story. So 2 skip shows ago, I worked Blade Bandit in the main event, but I hadn't eaten since like way before the show. So by the time we'd finished the main event, I was starving.
Yep.
So I basically went upstairs. I grabbed my towel. I kind of threw my towel around my neck, wipe the sweat off.
Don't
I'm
pay
still
attention
in
to them. I'm listening to you.
They're idiots. I'm still in full gear. I walked down to the bar and I'm like, can I get a cider and can I get a sandwich? And they're like, sure. I drained the cider in like 3 gulps, set it down. I'm like, I want another one of those. The girl at the bar looks at me and goes, okay.
Did you taste that one there, Chief?
The first one, no. The second one, I
You were
took
a dog when it saw a treat. It was
So, dude, I was so thirsty too. I was like, I'm like, all right, we're good. I took it almost like a shot, and she just looked at me like, okay.
I don't want to know his troubles. Jesus Christ.
But then I ate, and everything was right with the world again. And those chicken bombs at freaking Skips are okay.
Everything.
You know,
is-
listen. You know
Yeah.
that this is now a very frustrating way to end this episode. I woke up throwing up this morning, and now y'all talking about delicious ass food. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Actually, I had pizza for dinner, so there's
We
that.
still might have an
Yes.
hour of the show too. That might not be the end of the show.
Well, it's the- according to y'all,
Zach.
it's the end for me.
Yeah.
Zach's like,
for
I'm out,
Zach.
bitches. So.
Yeah, fuck you, Zach. Get out of here. No. You don't even fucking want to be.
You
in the
couldn't
wrestling
afford me.
Oof. Actually, he could. He could just give you that cooler behind him.
$20 is $20.
Okay, first off, no, you have no idea how disturbing that is because that's what my dad says.
$20 is $20, or
yes.
don't test me, boy.
Willow, what are you doing?
Jesus.
God. Oh, how did we get here? How did we
I don't know.
How do we know? How?
I'm still
I don't
confused
know.
as why the hell I'm here or why you guys wanted me on here because I don't
Because we
think
love you. We missed you. We haven't seen you forever. So
I
we
still
figured, the real reason, I guess, not the real reason, but one of the reasons
Oh boy.
of why we thought of you was we didn't know that you were Mason X. at
So
IWE.
I was not the official Mason X. I was Mason X for one night, and I will gladly tell the story because Dylan explained that you guys watched the tag match and you couldn't figure out who
Yeah,
it
we
was.
couldn't figure out
No,
who
I
it was.
did because I
Right, so-
watched you move, and I'm like, I even said it right on the pod. I'm like, holy fuck, that's Zach.
Yes.
And Kat
So-
looks at me, he's like, how do you know that? I'm like, his body movements.
So
I'm really good
the-
at being able to pull those out.
the entire gimmick with that was at that point the main state title had dissolved and they had combined it into the Triple Crown Championship literally right after I got it back for the second time. And you know, that whole conversation that I spoke about earlier, that happened and we moved on from that. I already knew that I wasn't going over in the Triple Crown match, but you know, whatever, didn't care. It was just very shitty to know that was the reason. So instead, Mason and I, we were like, okay, well, they're not gonna, they said that they don't really have anything planned for us after this match. Why don't we create something? So we did this whole storyline where during the Triple Crown match, I actually broke off piece of the mask and like actually ripped it away. So I was like, I was going to be the first person who actually saw who Mason X was under it, whatever. was gonna the payoff was gonna keep going. But in this whole thing, we did this whole set of promos where like Mason had come to my house and smashed a picture frame over my head.
Such a good promo.
But they wanted me out of the building because they didn't want any, altercation to happen that was going to be beyond control. So it sets up for a tag match where Roadblock and Mason are going to be teaming up against one of the trainees at the time and a mystery partner who ended up being the dancing Mason X that somebody in this this chat.
We talked about this in the last podcast.
Yeah. had popularized, which everybody very quickly found out it was JP. Everybody very quickly found out. But I was like, you know what? We'll have fun with this. And then, of course, halfway through the match, I ripped the mask off, and then, there's the big reveal that it was me. Yeah, that whole match was weird. I don't remember anything else of the finish. I did. Oh God.
I found it.
Can we just skip to the part where he's beating the shit out of everybody, please? Because I just want to see. I just want to see him crack the shit. Yeah, just let him
have to beat somebody.
Oh wait, it's the door opening that gets it.
Yeah, fucking Jason Maverick.
Oh, crap. So good.
I wish it would have been like, oh fuck. Then he walks the frame like, oh fuck.
By the way, he was stiffing the fuck out of me the entire time we were doing this.
That's just how he works. He's fuck.
I love how Lee would just stood there and watch you get your ass kicked and was like, okay, I'll get in this.
Yeah. Actually had his finger in my eye.
Yeah.
Couldn't really communicate it because the camera was right there.
He's a stiff.
It's like, dude.
Love him to death. Love him to death.
I
really
need my eyes.
Yeah, here we go. Oh.
Was she a gusher?
No, that was the annoying thing. I didn't fucking bleed. So what did he do? He actually picked up a piece of the broken glass and he made me.
Oh, I don't remember that. Shit.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
I thought it was already done.
No.
JP's over here like, oh, gig, you say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. First time I'd ever been cut open.
Yeah, it's just an every other month basis for me.
Just like that. What's that fucking wrestler that freaking gigged the fucking referee?
Oh, that wasn't that. Crap.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't think of the dude's name either.
I'm pretty sure he's in jail right now for murder.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So.
Today.
That's a bombshell.
Like I thought Nix was pulling something up. Apparently he was watching YouTube on his fucking phone.
Yeah. Cool. He just go figure. Nick just wants to see me get hurt.
Yeah.
And then he loses interest.
Oh, I can pull up so many other things.
Oh.
If I want to watch you get hurt, we'll just watch anything that we.
No, if you want, JP, let's be honest. If you want to watch the funniest thing involving me ever, you'll just watch the clip of me in training when the rope broke under me.
Oh, the rope broke on you? Holy shit!
Is there even footage of that?
I guarantee you, Jossie still has that footage from his GoPro somewhere.
We took a GoPro in City Side and we bird's eye angled it for like a training session, and you watch the horror on his face as the rope breaks and he just is coming up like this and he's just like.
So, and this is literally the fucking second after we had just gotten the ropes back from being fixed. And I would like to point out the guy who fixed them came back and did them again and had decided to let me know, oh, this is why I fix shit right on my rings. I'm like, oh, so I could have totally been in some real trouble here and you would have been totally okay with it because it wasn't your ring. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh shit. Well, I know we did your plugs there, Zach. But look,
It's all good.
we'll get you going. It's 11 o'clock. We don't want to keep you up for fucking more than this shit.
Sorry,
No,
I'm
I
doing
mean,
like 45 things at once over here.
Yeah,
No,
I know. You're just fucking zoned out of the podcast. We're not
No,
doing
I'm
anything.
here. I'm just doing
no, it's
other
all
things at
good.
the same time.
I had fun talking with you guys. It's
So.
it's good to see you all. It's good to hear from you. I miss the hell out of all of you.
Yeah, we miss you
too.
Please pass on my love to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. Come check us
Yeah.
out occasionally too. You know, come hang out.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
Geno's.
Geno's.
Yeah.
Yes, come to Geno's,
Get
man.
close to Geno's.
March 9th?
I think it's March 9th.
9th or 8th?
What? It should be the
No,
8th because
I think it's
whatever
the 8th.
Friday is. Yeah.
Dude, come
I
hang out
make
Geno's.
I make no promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Ben will be there.
Okay.
JP and myself will both be there. We're both booked there, so it'll be fun.
Me and Ben are taking
Cat
on.
might come.
It's going to be great.
No, if you're saying it's March 8th, that's the same day of Phoenix. So no.
Oh
Which
no,
doesn't
it's not March 8th.
I was gonna say, which doesn't make any sense because Larry's charged of the booking.
March 7th, then.
It must be.
No. Huh? What? Geno's. Hold on. I have my wonderful, beautiful girlfriend actually knows all these dates.
The calendar.
March.
I can't do it.
March 7th.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. We got to figure it out.
Yeah, but
Basically, we just got to break
March 7th.
March
So.
7th so they can't
Yeah.
use March 8th.
Jesus.
I just got back to him today about it, so maybe I'm not even booked at all. So we'll find out. Because I completely forgot about it.
Oh, Geno's. My favorite wrestling venue that Alexander Lee cannot remember that he super kicked me in.
Yeah, 'cause it's really, really good.
Literally every time I bring
anything in that fucking like
The last time I never drove to Geno's and rode with Ben was the worst mistake of my life because they had a ring crew that was there, so it wasn't Larry's ring, so we didn't have to worry about tearing down. I accidentally got so shit-faced, and then Ben just dragged me to the old port at literally midnight, and we were in a room with like 400 people trying to get a drink, and we just sat there, and I lost count of how many people I watched walk in from the outside into this room, and we were just in a bar, and I was like, Ben, we need to leave. I'm severely like drunk. And he's like, no, you're fine. And we're walking through Oldport, and I'm just dropping it onto my knees because of the fucking cobblestone. And
It's like, Ben, I can't stand up straight anymore. He's like, you're fine. Come on.
Yeah, he will convince you that you're fine so much to the point that you will end up believing it no matter how shit-faced you are.
Yeah. And I'm seeing 4 of you right now. He's like, that's just 3 more of them, 3 more to drink with. Come on, let's go. Yeah, all right.
Suddenly, him disappearing from my wedding makes so much sense.
Bingo. Are you kidding? Yeah, we were all wondering where he went.
Gotta love Ben.
He was probably across the street at what is the place that was down near that venue? There was an Irish pub that was like right down below where the venue was. And that's probably where he ended up going.
Down there doing shots of freaking Jameson.
Oh, man.
Everybody.
On that note,
thank you, Zach, for joining the podcast.
No, thank you
we
guys
had
so
so
much.
much fun. I'm so glad you came on. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yes.
No, absolutely. I'm just so glad you didn't ask me to do this voice for the Steiner Math because I don't think I would have been able to handle that.
Oh my god.
and now you can blame JP because that's another thing you took away from me because he wasn't thinking.
I was just thinking about best.
The bar talk voice, I love it. So
oh shit.
Anybody else got requests before he leaves?
Yeah, quick.
I'm waiting for Joey Nails to pop up in the chat.
I mean, hey, JP got one, Big Cat doing next to you guys.
I was gonna say,
you
you
I'm
both
good.
kind of cast it at this point.
All right.
Good one. I can't think of one.
Come on, anything in any scenario. Come on,
I don't
I didn't
have
plan
anything.
for this, man.
Yeah, I didn't plan for it at all.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey, you know what?
Let me
You know
play
what?
some Jeopardy theme. Hang on.
You know what? Maybe I'll just come up with one for you guys to play next time, and I'll without having to see my face. So you guys can just
We'll just have him do the processors intros in different voices.
There we go. That'd be something
do the
like
what?
We're on to something.
This is Bart talking. You're listening to Purr stations.
I'm gonna do a little like infant commercial.
Just it's like would we have someone animate Bart talk the bat for us, and he's like, "Hello."
I don't think Don Bluth Productions, Hank Azaria, or anybody behind the film Anastasia would really appreciate that too much.
Probably not. Probably not.
Can you do a Joe like from Family Guy?
O'Reilly, I'm a little bit disappointed that you even had to ask that. Like you're making this too easy for me, man.
It's perfect. It's just like
Leader.
you could easily do like regular Seth MacFarlane too.
Listen, I have no idea what you're talking about, all right? I have absolutely no friggin' idea what you're talking about.
I feel like I
Basically
need
Chris
Peter
Farley
Griffin.
for a second.
Oh, listen, that does remind me. Hey, JP, remember the time I thought I made Eric think that his phone kept ringing?
Oh Jesus!
Okay, tell the story now.
So this was right after the first Ted movie had come out. And Eric, for whatever reason, decided to set his text tone to the famous quote of, "Oh yeah, hada hada." But the problem was because I did the voice and I was all the way halfway across the room where his phone was, he didn't realize that it wasn't his phone.
So many times you just
That's
kept
fantastic.
checking his phone. He's like,
At least 10 times I did it before he realized it was me.
I can Jim go, God damn it, Zach!
Finally, I'd fly. Say, what the fuck is wrong with this thing? It keeps fucking ringing, and it keeps fucking ringing. And I don't have any goddamn notifications. Like he's doing his whole over the top, like silly, angry Eric. And me and O'Reilly are just fucking dying. We're just sitting there fucking dying at this point. And he looks over, he goes, "Oh yeah, what the fuck's so funny with you guys?" Finally, I just look at him and I do the quote right to his voice. He goes, "You motherfucker."
That is fantastic. Oh my god.
Oh
Well,
my
I got a little
god.
one.
Oh, jeez, I'm crow. All right, for real this time. On that note, thank you guys so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. Love talking to you guys.
Now, if this was Cleveland Browns signing out, I'm just
JP, I will slap you.
I'm gonna start sending you guys my Venmo so he can actually start charging. Like this is ridiculous. He keeps treating me like a jukebox, but I'm not getting paid. Like, can you at least
tell me where I stick the quarters?
And with that, I'm out.
Thank you, Zach, for being on the podcast.
Thanks, Zach, bud. So,
yes, thank you so much, Dylan.
Yes, of course.
Big Cat. It was wonderful to talk with you.
Yes, love you.
O'Reilly,
fuck yourself.
Nice hat.
It's my work hat.
Hey, my what?
Much love.
It's my strong hand.
It's my strong hand.
Oh shit.
Anyway, man, that was great. So,
That was great. That was
Yeah.
great. Do you want to continue on the show? Or do you want to end it here?
what do we got to do at the?
Well, The Rock. The Rock.
Okay, so AEW's ratings sucked. There you go.
The Rock went and did his promo. He's announcing. I don't know what he announced.
WrestleMania 42.
The Rock is going to wrestle at WrestleMania and
Wrestle Cody,
all
which
the
I'm assuming.
stuff.
I don't know if that was
Probably.
confirmed, but the location for
What was confirmed is that he wants his soul. He says, "I don't want the championship. I want your soul."
Isn't that, dude? Oh man, Mark Calloway got to get on the phone, man. That's gimmick infringement right there.
Where are you? He's too busy doing podcasts.
Too
And
busy.
he said,
to let this,
"Fuck."
Podcast.
There was a lot of fuck on that of coming out of The Rock.
Yeah, I was watching it here. I turned the volume on, and I thought my volume was still on mute. No, it was them just muting the entire segment because he wouldn't stop saying the F word.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, when you own the entire company,
So I
He doesn't own the entire company. He owns like 2%
TKO
of it.
owning the share of it.
Yeah, he owns like 2% of it. Like Jim
can
Bob
do whatever
Cooter
he
down the
wants.
street owns as much as he does.
He can do whatever he wants.
So
It's
don't
weird
know.
that he's doing it on SmackDown though.
I don't know what he was.
I don't know. He's probably challenging Cody for the title.
I'm assuming so because he was pissy that last year he didn't get his way. So
Because God forbid the fans get what they want.
yeah,
Jericho
Exactly.
and Big Bill? What?
What?
Sorry, I'm looking at the AEW ratings. I made the joke they sucked, and they are about the same. Actually, they don't suck. They're about the same as they've been. Like they're right between.
Play the Dylan.
No. I'm just doing this quick one. The thing that surprised me is usually Jericho is death for ratings, and for some reason his segment actually went up this week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Chris Jericho backstage promo Big Bill versus Powerhouse Hobbs. It went from 554 in the one before to 589 for that segment. So I was kind of like, it went up. What the fuck?
Wow.
So, yeah,
You see that the Hardy Boys will be on NXT.
that's cute.
Oba Femi showed up with the Hardys on TNA. Elias debuted on TNA.
Oh, I didn't see Elias debut.
Yeah.
On TNA.
It was
Yeah, he's
Joe
Elijah now.
doing it's Elijah now. So Joe Hendry was doing the
Walk with
commentary,
Elijah.
and
It still works.
Elijah. And Primo and Epico apparently TNA went back to 2011 and brought out the clones.
Hey, they're still. I mean, both those guys are only in like their mid to late 30s. I mean, you're talking to like two.
They haven't changed. If you look at them, they don't look at
Yeah. You're talking about two very talented guys who could still go in the ring, and just unfortunately, McMahon was like, "Let's make them matadors," because I work for Tito Santana, Golden Egg. That's what I
So-
should have had Zach do. We should have had him do a McMahon impression.
The Rock has announced the WrestleMania 42 will be in New Orleans.
Nolans. Yeah,
Nolans.
because that's what you want. Is I mean, to be fair, it'll be fun, but
Sounds
Jesus
like a
Christ,
real
everyone's. Here's what I do. If I had the money to go to the WrestleMania, I don't. Start funding me, folks. I would literally go down to Bourbon Street at like 2 p.m, drink my way through the Bourbon Street, walk to the Superdome, then go to the Superdome and drink my way through WrestleMania.
You wouldn't have to drink that much because it'd be too expensive to drink anyway. So
That's true. That's why you start at Bourbon Street. You get
Right.
hammered before you get to the stadium. Then you walk in, everyone's like, "You drunk?" "Yes, I am." It's like I've been on Bourbon Street. How about that? How about them boys, huh?
So The Rock says that for WrestleMania announcement, it says that in the ring promo, including challenging Cody Rhodes to be his champion in exchange for Cody Rhodes' soul.
Oh, I see what's going on. It's gonna
Yeah.
be kind of like that. You can be my champion because he owns the company. You can be my champion, but if you're my champion, I own you type thing. I think what's gonna probably happen is it's gonna be the whole if Cody says no, then basically The Rock will get his champion, which will probably be like Jacob Fatu or something like that.
Yeah.
And then what will happen is Triple H be like, well, I actually own the company. So you know, Cody's my champion. It'll be champion versus champion. I use air quotations there. So yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah, 100%. 100% seeing something like that happening.
Should be cool, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just to have a kind of like an invasion type, similar to
It's
that. Like
TNA WWE invasion type of scenario that could actually happen now.
that would be cool to have a TNA invasion of WWE.
You know what kills me is I've been watching TNA from 2013. I'm kind of going through that. Oh no, it's actually good. It's the Aces and Eights angle, and it's actually really not all that bad. But there's a lot of good talent there that WWE like had brought in and either missed the mark on, or they still have and they're not using correctly. And
Wow, it sounds like AEW.
Yeah. Well, okay. So right now, let me think. Who was on top in TNA at this time? So you had Magnus, who is now, of course, that's he's the SmackDown general manager.
Abyss.
Magnus.
Aldis was Magnus.
Nick Aldis. That's his name. Thank you.
Why did
That was Magnus. Yeah.
I thought it was somebody else. No, you know what I was thinking of? I was thinking of Matt Morgan when I thought.
Yeah.
This.
Matt Morgan's a great example of that.
Yeah.
McMahon has this 7-foot guy who's jacked to the gills, who can cut a promo and can wrestle, and they make him fucking stutter. What the hell? It'll get over, pal. No, it won't, you freaking idiot. It worked in the 80s.
That's what
Vince,
the one
this
thing
is
that was like
2015.
that was the one thing that the reason why AEW was created, because so many people work so hard in NXT.
Yeah.
They come from the indies. They might get to keep their gimmick. They might not. And if they don't, they're like, okay, this is your new gimmick. So you work your ass off to create that new gimmick that the Hunter Triple H was like envisioned.
Yeah.
And finally get it on the main roster. And then Vince looks at you, goes, I fucking hate it. You're doing this now.
Yeah. Imagine for a moment, like you and I, right? We go
Like,
the
oh,
Wild, right? We get to NXT. We're still the Wild. Triple H just put us over as the Wild. We're doing our shit. We get to the main roster, and Vince is like, "No, you're gonna be the salad makers, and you're gonna make salads and go down and throw salad into the."
Thank God it's not the salad tossers.
You're gonna be tossing salad.
Yeah, that. See, he can't say salad tossers because that's bad. You're the salad makers. That's the joke. 'Cause it's
salad
Vince,
handle.
and he likes poop. So, and weirdly enough, I just came up with that at the top of my head. But anyway, that would be it. And then all of a sudden, you get this tag team or these guys or this guy. They like on the Indies was great, or wherever they were was great. But Vince brings them up and makes them this joke ass gimmick. You know, look what they did to Samoa Joe. I mean, luckily they let Joe still be Joe, but it was like I was worried there for a few minutes.
Well, that was the whole joke with the revival. That's why
Yeah.
they're FTR now, because it's
Yeah.
fuck the revival. 'Cause
Yeah.
they-
Well, I think honestly, the revival. This is gonna sound really bad. I think they need to get the hell out of AEW and go back to WWE.
They can take Alistair
Once
with them.
I don't know. I don't know if they will go back to WWE. I wish they would. They had the opportunity to go back before, but they extended their they extended their contract.
Which is dumb.
Because I was getting excited, like, oh my god, we're gonna get FTR back on the Indies.
Dude, FTR
The
versus
fucking
Motor
scene.
City Machine Guns.
Yeah.
Money.
FTR versus freaking DIY. FTR
Yeah.
versus put the Usos back together. FTR versus the Usos again. That was money.
That was
FTR
money.
versus the New Day. You know,
Yeah.
FTR versus American Made. Well, once they
Money.
get a little less green, FTR can carry them though. You know, but I mean, FTR can be the head. They can be your main tag team. They can be that tag team that basically makes all the other tag teams look great.
But we were talking about this again. That WWE doesn't know how to book fucking tag team wrestling. They're so bad at it. So bad at booking it. That's the one thing. Like that's that big their crutch. Just like the women's division for AEW. It's so fucking terrible. People don't want to fucking watch.
Here's the other spectrum of it is NXT has the best women's roster in the entire industry right now.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
100%. NXT has gone a long way. Like it used to be like, oh, okay, this is cool to now like people are tuning in. Like they got Ethan Page fucking on there killing it, fucking a bunch of guys
you
on
got
there killing it.
Saints.
Yeah.
Ricky Saints. No more Ricky
Apparent-
Starks.
And there's apparently Ricky Saints, no more Starks. Yeah, he's definitely gonna. I'm surprised they put him in NXT. They didn't put him on Raw or SmackDown, which was weird. But
Especially with the previous past of what he has done.
right.
I didn't realize he was in the segments that he was that he was in until I discovered them like on TikTok or something.
Yeah.
Him and he wrestled Kane one-on-one on the event.
Who was that?
Starks.
Starks now.
Oh, yeah.
Saints.
And then he was
Ricky Saints.
backstage promos and stuff like this. Like he had already had his foot in the door. So realistically, like, should he have gone to the main roster right off the get-go? Maybe. But at the same time, like, I think if they build him enough in NXT, sending him to the main roster is just going to be really way more easier than it would be for somebody that's literally right from the PC. You know what I mean?
Right, and I think it's more
Yeah.
of maybe they're afraid to
You're
like
fine.
because this.
He's
No
conscious.
offense to Tonga and I can't remember his fucking last.
Tama.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, God. I'm wearing a God shirt. We didn't even think of those guys for tag
yeah,
teams. Think of
fucking
that.
shit on the main roster. Like they fuck up a
Jacob's
lot
great.
of stuff.
I will
Jacob's
be
great.
honest. Jacob's great. Tama's good. Tama's actually really good. Tonga is kind of he's never been that good. Remember, this is what was his?
Didn't he do shit with the Bullet Club back in?
No,
or was
no.
it doing shit with?
Oh no, they were both Bullet Club, but I'm trying to think what he was back in the day. He was with was he Camacho? Was that his name? He used to ride on the bike.
Loa was Camacho.
That's who I'm thinking of.
And
Yeah.
Tama Tonga used to in the Indies. Hannah calls him Chimichanga, which I think is great. But no, Tama Tonga was he was in the Bullet Club.
Yeah, they both were. They're both in.
And he used to. They were doing shit with like before AEW was AEW.
Yeah,
they were like doing all that like invasion shit.
Yeah,
with the Bullet Club, which was crazy. And then all of a sudden, you see him now. He's on the main roster of WWE. Like,
yeah, it's crazy shit. Speaking of crazy shit, you see that Shane McMahon, the whole shit with Tony Khan?
No.
Oh God, no.
Months ago, we saw that Shane McMahon. There was a secret meeting with Tony Khan.
Yeah.
And apparently, Shane's been ghosted this whole time. So our thought process this whole time was maybe Shane was in the background trying to help, AEW with booking and shit like that. Apparently not. Apparently Shane has not spoke to Tony Khan since that meeting.
Oh.
So apparently Shane wanted like some of the he wanted some COO or whatever you want to say it. He wanted to be in charge of, or like at least help out with AEW and some kind of stock as well with AEW. And that's basically where it stops. That conversation, they haven't talked since. So Shane has not been helping out at all, which is probably why we've been seeing shit lately too.
Right.
So.
Huh.
No, last time I saw Shane McMahon was at the Super Bowl when they had pictures of Vince and Shane. And by the way, I was listening to Cornette. I was listening to Cornette about this today, and Cornette's like, "Is Vince okay?" Because he looks like he's dropped a ton of weight. Vince has always been like kind of like 220, 230 because he's always been really jacked.
Well, he's kind of in the middle of a lawsuit. Well, not
true,
anymore.
But this is Vince we're talking about. He was always like a madman about working out. Just because you're getting sued doesn't mean you can't hit the gym, And all of a sudden he looks like he maybe weighs 180 at this point. He looks like he's slimmed right out.
I know that those charges disappeared, but I still wouldn't be seen around him.
No. Some of the charges disappeared, not all of them. Yes,
but still, I would not be making sure there's no pictures with me around him at all because I'm like, fuck this guy.
Well, Undertaker came out, and because Undertaker was there too, and Undertaker's like, well, we're friends. That's none of my business. Blah blah blah. I'm like, bro. Hold up, listen to me. Just I get it. You're the Undertaker, but listen for a second. I've had friends who have gotten into trouble kind of like this, and you know what they are now? Not friends. And like, I get like Taker even came out and is like, well, Vince was like a dad to me after my dad died. He made it so my family could eat and gave me these opportunities. I get that, dude. But there are times to separate yourself from people. And when a guy is being sued for that is one of those times to be like, you know what? I'll be over here if you need me. Give me a phone call, but I'm not going to be seen in public with you.
Not trying to compare the two, but it's kind of like the Chris Benoit situation where it's like, okay, this guy, we can appreciate what he's done, but this guy is now a piece of shit for the rest of the yeah.
Speaking of Benoit, I don't know if either of you saw this.
Yeah, I did.
Our Lady Peace they were in Calgary and they were like, you know what? Fuck it. We're taking this song back. And they started playing whatever. So
yeah,
I swear to God, animals. I swear to fucking God.
See, you got animals running around your thing. I got another one's like screaming for dick outside my door.
Pass the fuck out. Finally.
Shit, we're at 3 hours. You guys want to fucking call this? I think we're all pretty fucking tired.
We can definitely get there. I'm actually weirdly awake right now, but I'm gonna be up relatively
for you.
Yeah, I gotta be up relatively early tomorrow because we're going to Limitless, and my ride wants to meet at like stupid early, and I love going to Limitless, but I hate going to Limitless because I have to be there like at stupid ass early to go help with ring setup, and I'm like,
It's in Yarmouth, though. It's
It is in Yarmouth. Yeah.
Because I would come to. I don't think I can.
You should come.
I'll find out, but I don't think I
Yeah.
can.
Hold on.
Because I think Kenzie might be having to work. But fuck it, let's end it here. JP, where we can find you?
Yeah. Yeah, all those places. Jesus Christ. Facebook, at TikTok, Instagram, RedTube, Pornhub, fucking JP
I'm
O'Reilly.
your first subscriber, by the way.
Oh, thanks, buddy. That's $5 for me.
Supporting my buddy.
Yeah.
You got a
Wait, what are we giving JP money for?
I want to say though, you might want to get that looked at. I don't think it's supposed to look that way and lean that way, but
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't think it's supposed to be purple.
Oh no, that's because you're
But
watching
hey.
under the testicular torture. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
And I'm
nice
logging
bush.
off now.
And on that note, JP
Gotta get the rest of the
O'Reilly,
cider.
90 feet. Yeah, I need one of those. JP O'Reilly, March 7th, Geno's, Portland. Me and Alexander Lee are going to team up, and we're going to beat the dog piss out of the pathway. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Followed by nothing the next day because there's nothing but absolute garbage the next day. Followed by
Excuse me, NWWE, which is where I'm going the next day.
That's right. Yep, have fun
Yeah.
there. That'll be
So,
fun.
I'm not booked, but I'm still going.
March 14th.
NWWE.
March 14th is Ring Wars 3. I am not confirmed for that. Hopefully, maybe magically, by the grace of God, maybe I'll be on there. Who knows? The next night, March 15th, is Maine Premier Wrestling's 1-year anniversary show. I know that's still being in the works. I know that I'm doing it. Nothing is confirmed yet. I say that, but I know what I'm doing. But then there is March 22nd, Main Event Wrestling. That'll be interesting in Franklin. There'll be, I believe I kind of have an idea as to what's happening, but we'll see what happens when it unfolds.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are my March ones. I don't have any. I have one April date, but it's a secret.
All right.
Okay.
I love how you just booped in.
So,
Go next.
so you can find me at all social media platforms at DOTD Nix. That is Facebook. That is Instagram. That is TikTok. That is, we don't actually, you know what? I still have an X. Yeah. Blue Sky. So all that fun stuff. TikTok. Yeah. ProWrestlingTees.com/DOTD Nix. You can find me there. Buy your official Dylan Nix merchandise. I have a new shirt I'm working on. Also, that's the only place to find the official Wild merchandise. So where am I showing up coming up soon? So March is gonna be fun. So like JP said, March 7th at Geno's. Geno's is a hell of a time. If you've never been to Geno's, holy boys, you're missing some fun. It is a little crazy. But yeah, it's a good time.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, so that's a late show, but there's a cool metal band in the middle. It'll be fun. And WWE the next day. That's down in Rhode Island. I'm going down with I think there's like 7 of us going down. Weirdly enough, half of us aren't even booked. We're just going. So then of course the next weekend is Ring Wars. Like JP said, unfortunately the Wild is not booked for Ring Wars. Hey,
I'll show up. So
maybe Crown of Maine, since I don't see you guys have anyone. Hint, hint, hint. Just saying. Then MPW the next night in Oldtown. The weekend after that, I was what?
I said also I'm not booked, but I think you are.
For what?
MEW.
MEW. I was getting there. It's on the 22nd. So yeah.
Yeah,
EW in Oldtown. So are we booked?
I know y'all doing.
I'm not booked for MEW. I think you are.
No, MPW. PPP.
Oh yeah, we got
wrestling.
We're supposed to be. I think I haven't heard anything about it.
I have the card. What?
Send me the damn card. So
Okay. Are we on the card? Okay. We're booked.
So cool. We're booked for MPW. There we go. What were we doing? No clue.
Yeah, booked. I know.
So on the 21st, I have on my calendar. I don't know if I'm going to be there. I might show up. Who knows? NCW is their premiere date down in Massachusetts. Who knows? I might go down. Then of course MEW on the 22nd. I am booked. I found out something about that tonight. I can't spill the beans on yet. So, but that'll be kind of cool. So yeah. So that's March dates for it. I do have some April dates. I know I have Crown of Maine in April. That's April. I want to say it's the 7th. No, 4th. April 4th, I think. It's the first like Saturday of the month. So yeah, that'll be cool. So yeah, it'll be fun times wrestling all over the place, guys and gals.
Big Cat Tyler Adams on TikTok and Instagram. Tyler Adams on
Error 404, brain not found.
Well, I'm trying to because I couldn't do it's like username too long, so I couldn't do it. Tyler Adams on Facebook, Twitter, and Pro Wrestling Tees.
Okay.
What?
Fuck with you, go.
Shut the fuck up.
Sure.
Purr Sessions, you can find on every platform. Just search for Purr Sessions. Maybe March 8th. I reached back out to Larry, but it might have been too late to be booked for it.
He asked if you were booked. I said no, and so I wouldn't be surprised if you have a booking.
Yeah, it's like I didn't know if I wanted to take it or not. And
Dude, take it, man. It's so I know what JP is gonna say. It's what it is, but Larry is the guy in charge of the money, so you will get paid for the booking. It's what 20 minutes from your house.
Yeah. So
yeah, and again, you'll get paid for the booking. And 3, it's always good to get out there and do a show, even if it's only it's quick little 6 to 8 minute match, man.
Right. Exactly.
There'll be more people inside your own home than there will be in attendance of the show.
It'll be a supernova
We've done
show.
that. We've done that.
It'll be literally a supernova show. So
when literally 6 people in the crowd were family members of a wrestler on the show, and he did not get paid.
Yeah, exactly. Like, subscribe, and comment, and follow Purr Sessions.
Yeah,
we got content coming up for you guys.
We do. Cool.
I post shit every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's just
Oh,
the podcast,
that
but-
content.
Oh, that content.
Well, we haven't done the other content we talked about.
Oh yeah,
The gaming.
content. Yeah,
I would have to have free time for that.
I'm
if I'm
open
not talking-
Saturdays if it's on a show.
If I'm not talking to you yahoos, I'm at work. If I'm not at work, I'm actually hanging out with my girlfriend, who
Yeah.
I don't spend enough time with. So,
Exactly, I hear you. We'll figure some shit out.
yeah,
Do
do some Marvel Rivals or something.
something like that.
I have Hannah has a Switch now, so we can put, if anybody else has a Switch.
I have 2 in this house.
I have
You know what
Switch.
one does? I watch videos on it in bed. That's all I do.
We need to do
Why
a
don't you just
Mario
use your
Party
fucking phone for that?
Jamboree.
Use my what?
Why don't you use your phone for that?
Because my phone gets charged and I watch videos on my Switch.
You can't
way my
hold
phone-
your
my-
phone while it's charging?
No, because my the plug-in for my charger doesn't work quite correctly on my relatively brand new phone,
Oh.
and I don't feel like going to go get a new one, so I just put it on the wireless charger and just leave it alone and just watch videos on my Switch. It's easier because I can watch YouTube and Hulu on my Switch. So
JP
it says
stepped out.
it says Hulu's got everything freaking on it.
Yeah, exactly. See me, I know at least March 15th, and then we got some future dates coming up that we can't talk about yet. But other than that, thank you guys so much
We
for
do?
watching. Yes, we do.
Cool.
May 30 something. We gotta get something.
Is that the one that I got reached out
Don't.
for? And I got told it was a
Don't.
secret.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't say nothing. That's what I said.
Okay.
JP.
Secret. Shush.
I don't know what it's about.
Oh, I do. I know the secret. If you want to know the secret, I'll text you about it.
Tell me.
Yeah, I'll text you about it.
All right. Better be in the
It's
chat.
probably not going to happen, but I'll text you about it.
Hey, stop chewing on the blanket, numpty.
Other than that,
Jesus
thank
Christ.
you guys for watching. Thank you guys for enjoying the show. Thank you, Zach, for being on. We guys
Yes.
will see you next week. And the words of Road Dog, QIE.
That's Red Dog, not
Red
Road
Dog.
Dog. We don't
I'm
talk
tired.
Yeah, we don't talk to Road Dog, dude.
And the
Oh, you
words-
didn't know?
the words of Road Dog.
That's Road Dog.
No.
Red Dog, QIE.
Red Dog is quite.
QIE. Your
Get
ass
outta here.
better call somebody.
Really do the thing.
Per session signing off, but we ain't saying goodbye. Keep your fans front, still reaching for the sky. Professional wrestling, we'll never let it go. show.